every time that one of us have like moved somewhere, like the whole neighborhood has like
Cboys bought
been
that.
in
They shake.
and like what they would think of like the worst that could happen did happen.
I was on the news last year too.
Yeah, is it illegal to act like a lawyer? Because you can represent yourself, so why can't your buddy represent you?
There's that possibility that we're going to talk about you on the podcast.
You're
You're going to get roped into something that's told to the whole world. Your story is not safe with us.
Shopify is here to bring your online store dreams into reality. Shopify is your commerce expert with world-class expertise in everything from managing inventory to international shipping to processing and returns and beyond. Shopify gives you that leg up from day one with hundreds of beautiful ready-to-go templates to express your brand, style, turn those dreams into and give them the best shot at its success with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period and start selling today at shopify.com/wide-open. Go to shopify.com/wide-open. That is shopify.com/wide-open. Our local news sucks so bad.
Does it?
Yeah. Well, I guess
really?
I was going to ask, have you ever watched it? But
It's too negative for me. That's why I don't watch it.
I think that's just news in general.
But
Every
I
time
mean-
you turn the news on, you find out how bad the area that you live in is.
yeah, for real, they don't really report too much on the good stuff.
Well, why would they?
But
That
even
doesn't
like the
sell.
freaking weather, I don't know.
Yeah, all of it. No, like tuning into the news is just straight up like voluntarily turning on an awful TV show.
Yeah,
You know?
dude, people that listen to the news or watch the news are like more cynical about life than people
Yeah.
that just don't.
Yeah, I mean, for an hour a night, someone basically tells you a bunch of bad things with one happy story in the middle.
Dude, it's got to be a tough battle for them because then when they pursue a happy story, it can come across as corny. I'm not talking like it's
Almost always, yeah.
Yeah, it's exciting to hear about like when they did the news story on Grandpa Ron, like stuff like that's really exciting to hear people beat cancer and this and that. But sometimes it's like, oh, the local fire department had to rescue a dog, and then they like get a couple clips of the dog, and they're like, yeah, it's pretty corny.
I think it's also just like really difficult to make something interesting every single day. So that's where they're like, all right, what's interesting to get anyone's attention? Well, let's just talk about like the stores that got broken into this
Yeah, like shocking.
yesterday. I mean, we know how hard it is to make something every single
Right.
week. So let alone every single day. Like it is, I can imagine very difficult. Like
And
you
then they got-
got to make something out of nothing.
More so, like you don't actually get to make something happen. You have to wait for something to happen. But yeah, dude, like it would be like stressful keeping an honest news station because honest does not make money. You know, exaggeration and
That's
clickbait.
why they call it fake news, Mike.
Yeah, exactly. It just seems also like I'm sure most people are nodding their heads in agreement with us, but like, how do people watch that?
I don't know if anyone listening to our podcast right now watches the news at night.
Yeah, I hope not. Honestly,
Parents do. What's going to happen to the news stations?
Are news stations shutting down?
that's what I was wondering. And if they aren't, when will they?
Yeah, when will they?
They're not really shutting down. They're just like getting bought up by progressively bigger and bigger companies. And they're just like, all the news stations are owned by like 4 companies
Oh, that's
now.
kind of true. I never thought of it like that. Like you wait for it to kind of get crappy, you buy it, and then you're like, sick. Another outlet to tell people to tell our story.
They've been pretty good to us.
Yeah, for sure.
Me and CJ were on the news like a year ago at this point, but that was the last time that we were on there.
That was a Today show.
yeah,
North
yeah,
Dakota
Oh, yeah,
Today.
that's right.
You're right. That was different.
Had like
That
200
daytime
views.
I was on the news last year too.
Yeah,
Oh
know,
yeah,
for
for that
for the-
sexual harassment in the workplace charge.
No. No, it's for the this fake mayoral thing that they just rigged.
Yeah. They
Ken-
wrote a whole story on you, Ken.
they did, and Ken.
That's true. That was actually good.
Yes.
That was-
Kevin
that
Wallace.
was a
He's
great-
really good
He's-
story.
yeah.
G.
That was great. So I don't want to,
No, not
I
at
don't
all.
want to come at all of them because that was actually good.
That dude was dialed. He was here for like 45 minutes. He's like, okay, came from this
It
place.
was
I have
less than 45. It was
I
like
have-
5 minutes.
I got to film with this, and then I have 2 more stops I got to go, and then I got to run back to the office and edit all this stuff by 5 o'clock. It's like, dude, how do you do this every single day?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It is very
Pretty big
impressive.
feat.
I think just looking back on all the fine photos and videos I have of when you took your Continental out, if you would have had that as your campaign rig, you would have won.
No, I think Dave rigged that thing so hard it just wasn't even possible.
No
I
car.
don't know if the Continental is that much better than
He would have
the
locked
PT
in the
Cruiser that
65
we
plus
gave
year
to him.
olds.
Do we still have that PT Cruiser?
I think we sold it.
Sold it.
We should have probably kept it.
Damn.
I feel like we maybe could have.
One-
The
gonna
one
say the
thing we
same- yeah.
sold. Oh, we really should have kept that.
One of
Do we
C-
need it? No, but I don't know.
one of CJ's brother's friends bought it, and then I saw him a couple weeks ago, and he's like, "Yep, we totaled that thing."
Oh, I did hear about that.
Yeah,
Did you know how they totaled it?
hit an approach or something.
On purpose? Or?
I don't know. I don't think it doesn't seem like it's something they'd do on purpose.
Yeah,
he
it was
bought
it was
that
just
car
nice
because
enough.
that was like what he could afford.
Yeah, he needed a car.
He like fixed it up, fixed
Oh.
a couple
Yeah, he
things. that
drove
were
that thing to
broken on it.
Montana, dude.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Also, like the reason we sold it, we have all these vehicles sitting out there, and it was just literally sitting outside in like the snow with the window down. And then my brother's friend like really needed a car because his car shit out on him, and he only had this much of a budget. And I was like, yeah, we actually might have one that's pretty good. You just need to put a window in it or whatever, and it's good to go.
It's true. We locked the
Oh,
keys
yeah.
in. We had to,
Yeah,
Stupid.
but like we could have
Lock the
just
window
pulled
out.
it in, but instead we just like I felt like it was kind of just like.
It was time for it.
Yeah, and there wasn't much cool that could. It was still worth something. I think I sold it to him for like $1,500, which is not much, but still.
Yeah, you can't put a price on that.
Kid drove it for like 6 months.
That's got to be my new favorite saying. I don't know if you or Evan said it first, but like, can't put a price on that. Like, it's
Evan.
hilarious to say it to things like, yeah, gas is under $2 a gallon. It's not yet, but so yeah, it only cost me $50 to fill up. Can't put a price on that.
Yeah, something that you can very clearly put an exact
that
price
I just
on.
did.
Yeah, can't put a price on it.
Mike, what was the deal with that old guy driving down the wrong side of the highway?
Oh, dude, I don't know, but there was a guy.
Like-
you don't see it that often. You sometimes catch someone going down a one way. That's you've done
Yeah.
that. That's
I've caught
done it,
I've caught somebody doing that. He was driving my car.
Oh yeah. Okay, and then
Wait, what?
And then it leads to the
It was me.
It's like this
Oh.
is like kind of a
You guys
da-
haven't done that?
No,
No, it's like a
maybe
da-
one time.
Accidentally turned onto a one way.
I have.
And then like the only thing you can do is just like you got to just
Yep.
go until like the next time that you
So-
can.
Throw it in reverse and rip a J turn.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess you could
Just
do that.
fall-
Could do
Or
that
just
as
rip
well.
the e-brake.
So I think kind of what you said is that don't panic, and if you know you're going to, so I look over at this guy, but we're on the highway, on Highway 10. The speed limit where we were was 55 miles an hour. Like he's cruising the wrong way, but he looked like
he
he
old?
damn near was smiling. Yeah, he's older.
Yeah, he
Like,
didn't know.
Maybe he was laughing at himself.
I don't think even that could have been laughing at himself.
Yeah,
so
maybe
like,
he was just like, ah, shit, I gotta own it.
Either way, I mean, freaking could have died.
I couldn't believe how fast the other people were going in the snap though. Like if I saw a guy in the
Yeah, I'd be
oncoming,
like-
I would
Yeah.
slow down, pull
Just
over,
so-
but they just stayed on their same speed, just went. "Vroom."
Yeah,
Right
I would
past
be
him.
like slowing way down to make sure he didn't do.
And then the fact that you almost rear-ended.
I know.
I thought
I
you,
was taking a
Alex thought
video.
you hit somebody. She's like, I think he hit somebody.
I was
had to go and
driving
look.
the new Bronco, Sydney's Bronco, and it has the stop.
It's a good thing you
whatever.
have that.
That
And it
90% of the
literally-
time is super annoying.
Yes, and it put the brakes on and saved me from rear-ending someone.
Wow, that's actually awesome.
Yeah, so I was the distracted driver, but that reminds me of a joke that it's like the wife's at home, honey, I'm watching the TV, and you're driving on I-55. There's someone driving backwards, so be careful. And he's like, there's someone driving backwards. No, everyone is. Stupid. But that's how I felt like that guy felt.
Yeah.
And then Ken said someone else was doing it today. What's going on?
I pulled out of the gym and I saw a lady, you're supposed to cross the highway, and she just turned
Yeah.
turned onto the highway going the wrong direction. And she's like driving completely erratically. There's cars
Oh,
coming.
no.
Like
That's
there's a
bad.
car
Oh,
coming.
she was bobbing and weaving.
Yeah, she's bobbing
That's
and weaving,
bad.
and then she turned around like in the middle of the road. It was not a pretty look.
Yeah,
but
what do you do? Just hit the ditch?
this one truck like slammed on his brakes, and he kind of like weaved a little bit around her.
Jeez Louise, dude.
The ironic thing is that was in the exact same spot.
Yeah.
Must happen there a lot. We're gonna have to put your video up, Mike,
Yeah.
and probably yours too, Ken.
The
them both.
crazy
Overplay
part,
it.
Mike, when you sent that video, I was literally sitting in my car in the Walmart parking lot watching that video
I was
back.
at Menards.
Really?
Where
I
you-
was like, holy shit, that's right there. We gotta
right
go
there,
help
which
Mike.
is right next to where Mike sent the video of.
Yeah.
And I like immediately like whipped over and was like, "Oh my god!"
Oh, actually
Like
the weird-
expecting to see you like standing
Standing out
outside.
there,
Yeah,
exchanging insurance.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, so it really did look like I got in an
Yeah.
accident.
Yeah, 'cause
the
it
weird
ends right
thing
there.
is, Sydney was so upset with me, and I was so flustered that I just immediately, she's like, "Get off your phone! Like you almost just crashed." I locked my phone, put it in the center console, and then don't open it until 45 minutes later when I got
We
home.
got home.
And then I sent it. So
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
I opened it up 2 hours later, so we were like
Yeah.
way off.
yeah. I so badly just wanted to press send, but I was like, I can't take my phone out. Could get in another accident.
yelled at.
Yeah.
I think it's just there's a lot of people that maybe shouldn't have their driver's licenses around here, and they're all back now for the summer.
Bad.
My commute is straight up 25% longer. And I, granted, drive at a good clip. I don't speed, but like when I hit a stop sign, I like stop, look, turn. You know, I'm not like stop, sit, look at the flowers, then turn. You know, stuff like that, and it's starting to add up into my commute.
Yeah, all the snowbirds, man.
Snowbirds are back.
Dude, I just got a letter. I'm North Dakota now. I just got a letter that was like, it just told me that I got points taken off because I have points now on my license, and it was just like failure to stop.
Wait,
like,
what?
I don't know. Is that on its camera somewhere? I was just frustrated because I was like, damn. Yeah, it was like -2 points on my record. Failure to yield / stop, and it wouldn't tell me where.
Is
Didn't
that
say
real?
much. Yeah, it didn't say much. It wouldn't tell me where I did it. Just said the date of the offense and the car
was
I
the
was
date?
driving. Like March 14th.
And it knew the car
so
you
it's
were in?
new. It's not like it was taking points off. It was literally putting points on because you don't want points. Or do you want?
No, you
Either
have
way,
like
yeah.
10 points.
You got in trouble,
You start
yeah.
out with 10.
Yeah,
like
then it
a
takes
certain amount.
points off.
How many points do you start with?
I have no idea.
So, like, is losing 2 points a big deal, or
I don't
like
think
if you
so.
got like 50 points?
I don't think losing 2 points is a big deal. I think a speeding ticket is like 5 or 6 or 7 or 8.
Oh.
But I feel like if you never got a ticket and someone never stopped you or mailed you anything for a ticket,
is that
how
about?
does that just at all?
Apparently in
me grab
Arizona, yeah, go grab it. In Arizona, they have like cop cars that will be sitting on the side of the road and they have cameras and they'll like flash and take a picture of you for speeding, right? And then they send you a ticket in the mail. But it's been deemed like it's an unlawful way to give you a ticket, so you don't have to pay it. Like if you go into the police station, it happened to Blake. The guy in the police station literally laughed and said, "No one pays these." But most people pay them by mail, so they still take your money, but they're like literally not legally binding. So good to know if you're in Arizona, don't take my legal advice because I have no idea. One guy told me a story.
Is that real?
Yeah, but that's what they said.
Ben, can you get a fact check on that?
I'm pretty sure I remember seeing something about that too.
There we go. It's fact checked.
That's great. So all it says court convictions, posted date. I don't know why it says court convictions. Like, it makes it sound way scarier. March 5th, 2024, 311, failed to yield stop, conviction date, offense date, court, county, 9, cast. Oh, yeah, whatever. That's all. It just says that stuff. No ticket, never got pulled over. I'm confused.
Is that
Maybe
real?
you fight it.
Let me see this.
Are you sending? Are they prefer like send cash preferably?
Yeah, no payment. It says no
this-
payment.
to
It says it's no response needed. I'm confused.
The conviction was last year, and it was basically, I'm assuming you got your insurance renewed.
Yeah, or like
Because it's like this LexisNexis thing. That's like where all the insurance providers like get their information from for like what you've done or like any kind of like speeding tickets or anything like that. And it says LexisNexis was the company that requested this information.
Oh, so
it
it
was
like
just
follows you.
That was just a receipt for them pulling.
Yeah,
that
because
information.
you did this a year ago, March 5th, 2024.
Or
But it says you still have zero points on your record.
yeah, that actually sounds about right. I do remember having I remember having an instance with an officer where I was coming off an exit, and if I'm
failed
coming
to
off an
yield?
exit, if I'm coming off the exit to the downer, I don't know if I've ever full stopped unless I'm pulling off to like take a pee or something. I don't know if I've ever full stopped on an
Isn't there a
exit.
Sketchy
stop
with the
sign?
bridge.
There's a stop sign right there.
Yeah. But I shouldn't say like ever. But I just look. There's no cars coming.
You can't just decide
your
which
speed.
stop sign you stop at, Mike, and then think that it's stupid because you never stop at that one.
No, but this was a different one. I was just using that as an example.
Oh,
But I was just saying, like, if I'm coming off of a highway, I like usually don't do a full stop. And he just is like, "What are you doing?" And I'm just like, I didn't.
I don't stop at that stop sign. What are you doing?
Here's another non-confirmed law thing. I heard that stop signs in mall parking lots are unenforceable. They have to have some sticker on the back
Yeah.
They have to have a border on the outside. It has to be like a white border.
to make it
That-
a legal
well,
stop
that
sign.
too,
That
but it
someone
Make it a
can,
legal
like-
stop sign. If it's just a red stop sign with no border on the edge, then it's not.
then it's
Oh,
a
it's like
suggestion.
suggestion. It's like the ones at Walmart or at.
And it has to
Target
be.
or
It does
like-
have to
like
be
that.
like regulation size.
Really?
But also, if you don't stop, you could get in trouble. Like someone could sue you, or Walmart could sue you.
Well, or you could hit somebody.
somebody.
Well, that
Yeah.
too, obviously.
I think
but I'm
they're
saying-
there. I think they're mostly there for like pedestrian
reasons.
safety of
But
people
yeah,
walking out.
unless a cop sees you, like no one's gonna like pull you over.
Yeah, but it's private property. They really can't give you a traffic ticket on private
Exactly.
property. I
The hell would
I
a cop
think
be doing sitting in a Walmart parking
I think
lot?
a cop. I think
Well,
if you were
probably
like,
Preventing
very
crime.
actively blowing mall parking lot stop signs.
I mean, that's just reckless endangerment at that point, though.
There you go, Lawyer Ken. An overstuffed wallet is normally a good thing. Means you got lots of cash sitting in that thing, right? Well, Ridge is here to help you pack more in with a less bulky option. Ridge wallets are ultra slim, effortlessly sleek, and surprisingly spacious. It holds up to 12 cards plus cash, all without turning your pockets into a lumpy mess. Slips right in your front pocket and practically disappears. For a limited time, Ridge is having a crazy sale. Get up to 40% off your order by going to ridge.com/wideopen. Ridge wallets are crafted from premium materials like titanium and carbon fiber and is built to handle whatever life throws at it. Plus, it comes with built-in RFID blocking tech to keep your card info safe from digital pickpockets. Ridge is so confident in their quality, they offer a lifetime warranty. It is literally the last wallet that you'll ever have to buy. I love my Ridge wallet, super slim, lets me access all my cards with still carrying cash. And right now, Ridge is actually having a huge Memorial Day sale. Get up to 40% off at ridge.com/wideopen. Just head on over to ridge.com/wideopen to see the biggest sale of the year. After your purchase, they're going to ask, where did you hear about them? Please support our show and tell them that we sent you. Thanks so much for sponsoring the podcast, Ridge. Square is your all-in-one business partner, making your day-to-day easier. From point-of-sale systems, making payments easy, to inventory and customer tools, Square brings everything together in one simple platform. That way you can stay organized, sell anywhere, and keep things moving. Whether you're running a cafe, a salon, a boutique, or something entirely your own, Square gives you the flexibility to grow at your own pace and even set up an online store in just a few clicks. Visit Square to get started because the right tools make all the difference. Our local bar uses Square, and I love it. It makes it easy to check out with tap to pay and an easy to read screen. I've actually been hoping other local restaurants start using Square. If you have a business, you should be using Square. Square keeps up so you don't have to slow down. Get everything you need to run and grow your business without any long-term commitments. And why wait? Right now you can get up to $200 off Square hardware at square.com/go/wideopen. That's SQURAE.com/GO/wideopen. Run your business smarter with Square and get started today.
Dude, Ken, you should go and like fight one of my tickets for me.
I was just gonna ask,
Like,
can
let's
we do
put
that?
Ken in a suit.
Do you have to be a red? Like,
Show up,
If,
this is
if
my
I
lawyer.
had
Like,
a traffic,
do you have to be like on
Yeah.
the bar?
Do
Do you have
whatever.
to be a
Do you
lawyer
have
to
to be
be
an
act like a lawyer?
Yeah.
Or could I just bring someone that I think could fight my case?
That's
So
true.
if I make this worse for you, then better, how would your feelings be?
well,
If I
mean,
fight
how
it
could
and you get a worse penalty?
well,
Well,
it's gonna be pretty obvious to see if you tried your best or not.
I don't know. I like that though. I think Ken. Yeah, is it illegal to act like a lawyer? Because you can represent yourself. So why can't your buddy represent you?
Yeah, exactly. You can represent yourself.
You can't go to court for someone else without a law license.
What's
But some federal and state agencies allow non-lawyers to represent others at administrative hearings.
Which is
I don't know.
No idea.
oh, like that guy that's trying to put up those sheds that the whole county's fighting, and then
Oh, yeah.
Ken could go as like on behalf of him,
Yeah.
I'm not going on behalf of that guy.
or you could represent the county and go against him just
Yeah.
head to head. It's like
I'm here to represent the
Matthees
county.
versus
I'm
the
just
county.
going to let all the neighbors do all the fighting because there are some people that are way more fired up than I am.
really.
Yeah, that's a tough situation. I saw the news story on it last night, and I think people just missed the mark on what actually matters.
Hold on.
Yeah, fill them in.
Wait, you watched the news last night? You watched the news? And
I watched it on Facebook.
Okay. But basically, I mean, our area, as you've seen in some drone shots, maybe there's a lot of sheds around here, and there's someone who wants to put up even more, who already has lots of sheds, and it's in a really beautiful spot, and the townspeople ain't having it. We got a petition rolling.
But it's not sheds for himself. It's sheds
Right.
to basically sell or like
Sell.
rent out. I think that's where they're really getting mad because like
Yeah.
people.
If it was for yourself,
Yeah.
you can't say much. Yeah.
I think a lot of these people are worried about like the density and they're
exactly.
cutting down like 15 acres of forest.
I think that's like the problem. I think all the people on there trying to do their best were like, it's going to make my neighborhood busy. And that's just not a very noble thing to be upset
That's
about. That you
selfish.
don't, you
Yeah.
don't want more people in your neighborhood. And they said, oh, the environmental impact, but it's had an environmental impact statement. I think the problem is he just like, he's done it multiple times, comes in, clear cuts a field, and then throws up as many sheds as possible. And it's like, it's ugly, which I guess is a selfish thing too.
They don't really do any landscaping to it. It's just throw some gravel down and weeds grow, they grow.
Pretty much just like if you've been watching the channel for a long time, the old shop that we used to live in and like that development that we used to be in, just picture that just like all over the place. Picture that like next to a lake, like where people, you know, it's a very vacation town around here, like where we live. So most people just have cabins and they come down here, and then it's like a very beautiful area, especially this time of the year. It's not depressing and brown. You got the lakes everywhere, and then this guy's just putting up these steel buildings surrounded by gravel.
He's making a ton of cheddar, though.
Yeah,
ton of cheddar. I mean, we got a bunch of land, too. We could start doing it.
That's why I was so excited. Like, I'm all for people putting up sheds, houses, whatever. But just like, not right next to the, I don't know.
I think landscape it.
Landscape it. And that's why, like, I'm so happy with our purchase of the farm. It's literally walking distance to Cormorant. And it's like, we can kind of put up whatever we want and do whatever we want. And it's not in anybody's face, but we're still on prime real estate.
I think the thing about that, too, though, is like, I just foresee enough people getting mad about it where then no one can do it.
Yep.
You know,
that's what I'm worried about.
No one can build damn near even a garage. Yeah, this law got put into effect because some guy was building too many garages.
Yep.
And then you can't build your own garage anymore.
Well, luckily, we aren't planning on building any more sheds anytime soon if they were to put a law in place, but we got too many.
You never
already.
know. You never know.
Or not too many, but we're already pretty tapped out on sheds. We got what?
Dude. I mean, I might pop up a garage tomorrow, bro.
5 or 6. Like,
I think we could probably always use more sheds.
I was gonna say, like, I can't agree with that statement.
We're gonna have to sell stuff if we don't want more space.
Dude, Mike, at some point, you might have to invest in your own shed.
I'm fully wanting to do that.
Mike, have you ever considered like selling some of this stuff that you don't use?
I just sold my Bronco officially to Randy today.
Oh,
there you go.
Congrats.
And you bought Randy's Bronco, so it's effectively net zero. But
if you had to sell one vehicle right now, which one would it be?
Well, that was easy. The shitty BMW.
Okay, you can't.
Yeah, all right, that one. No.
It's met his match.
I guess I would probably sell the drift car.
Well, Mike, you can't sell that drift car.
I didn't think so.
Who the hell's gonna buy that?
Well, I'm surprised that would have been your choice.
Well, to be honest with you, I know I've maybe hinted at this before. I know I'm not allowed, and you guys tell me I'm not allowed. I will get rid of the BMW I got from my dad. It's a headache. I love it, and it means a lot to me, but the car is a headache.
Why don't you just park it? Why don't you just park it and stop trying to like fix it and do stuff with it?
I'm just trying to get it normal, and then honestly, park it. I don't know.
And you don't want to sell it because it was your dad's?
Yeah, and I think everyone, including myself, will be like, why'd you do that? It's not worth very much. It's literally not worth much at all. It really isn't. But it's just like a headache. Yeah.
I think that is a tough spot. I think if it had a lot of monetary value that you could do something with that would make something else happen, but it is kind of the point.
Just, worth a little more. Like it's not going to go up in value, obviously. But then you say, why don't I just park it? Well, it's like I don't want to burden the limited space we do have with a car that I genuinely don't plan on driving.
You know what you should do, Mike? You should just get like your own storage unit, kind of like the one that we surprised you with a couple of years ago. You know, the ones that like classic like storage locker wars or whatever, storage wars.
Yeah, that's a good idea. How much is like a one car per month?
He's gonna need like a whole block.
Yeah,
he'll need like 5.
Those are like
Mike, you should just buy one, like an actual like storage
facility. The whole facility, you mean?
The whole facility.
Oh yeah,
because then you could just rent back to yourself cheaper. That's a good investment, actually. Storage is an amazing investment.
Is that like a tax play? Why the hell would I rent back to myself?
No, it's just if you're going to be buying storage units to put your shit in, you might as well just buy the whole facility
and then
rent out 90% of them, and then you can just hold the 10%.
You know, he'd just fill 100%
I'm
up.
confused. You guys, how much stuff do you think I have?
A lot.
Quite a bit.
And how small are these storage units?
I expected them to be like kind of like the ones where we surprised you with.
Yeah, like you
a
couldn't even fit a car in the one you surprised me with.
I don't think so. But that'd be good because then you could put all your non-car stuff in there.
Right. And I could make those go a long way, non-car stuff. But I just need.
What did we end up doing with that storage locker we surprised Mike with 2 years ago?
We just
We
sold
sold
it. We were just like,
No. So what
Mike
we
got his
did,
loot.
yeah, I took what I wanted, and then we just were like, all right, you just.
Throw it all.
I don't know. We sold it.
it actually worked out pretty good. So what I bought that on a storage locker auction where the guy who owns the storage unit doesn't want to deal with what's in there because it's always junk. So he sells it to an idiot that thinks that there's going to be good stuff in there because that's what people do on the internet. And then we went there and we didn't want to haul all the shit out of there either. So I called him and went, hey, you just want to sell that thing again? He goes, sure, if you pay 1 month's rent. So we paid $60 for 1 month's rent and the $40 for the building to make the video. And then somebody else bought it.
Wow, that was a
That's
cheap deal. That was
amazing.
way better than trying to
Getting like a whole year or whatever.
get all that crap out of there. There was
Yeah.
so much junk in that one.
Yeah, Mike got to get loot from that too.
What'd you end up keeping?
Dude,
You
like,
kept that scrapbook.
The gnome.
You kept that sweater.
Yeah,
You
there's
kept that
like a
fish, the
sweatshirt,
tackle box,
tackle box, and there was like,
a box of light bulbs. Half of them burnt out, but you didn't know that at the time, to be fair.
dude,
I don't even remember. I think
I-
you took a bike too with a flat tire,
bike.
pedal bike.
Yeah.
We brought the whole trailer, didn't we? No, we had the Sprinter van with a little trailer.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Good times. Yeah, I'll get a storage unit.
Settled.
It's settled.
I'm gonna start with renting one and see how I like the vibe.
Before you
Of the
buy,
neighborhood?
Yeah.
before you buy the
The whole block.
whole.
You could just build one, honestly, at this point.
I would love to do that. I'm gonna need a business partner for that.
Yeah, well, I heard that there's a guy that's looking to put up some
There you
sheds
go.
around.
Ken goes to the meeting
Yeah.
to dispute this
And
guy putting
I'm
more
over
sheds,
there.
and Mike's on his side, like, yeah, I'm putting up half.
What are you doing? Just investing, man. Just looking out for my future kids.
Then Ken's all torn because he's like, it gets Mike's stuff out of my shed.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
you
gotta
almost
look at it.
Yeah, you almost gotta let it happen at that point, Ken. Ken just doesn't want these storage units put up because it's right across from his bar, and then he has to like get drunk and look at storage units.
Yeah, that'd be a shame.
That's where they draw the line.
Like even if it was another block away from the lake,
they're
there would
away
be
from his bar.
Fine.
once it's out of the shoreline impact zone, there would be zero fuss because he wouldn't have to do any of this like go to the county stuff.
Man, we are turning into locals, aren't we?
Yeah, there you go.
Ken just said shoreline impact zone.
Yeah, but watch out! It's coming for the shoreline impact zone.
Is that what you call your boathouse?
No, but that's what I had to deal with to get my. That's what I had to do to get my
Okay,
boat
if there
out.
was
Pretty
any-
good. Come
It
on.
was good. If
That
there
was
was a
good.
bed in there, but there is no bed, so how can it be in it?
That doesn't matter. He's got a couch.
Yeah. Gosh, that is a great
The
name.
shoreline impact zone. Holy shit, that's pretty good.
I love.
Louise. That's
For the
that's the
record,
new name of his
we're
boathouse.
locked in
Ken's
on that.
boathouse is now the Shoreline
Shoreline
Impact
Impact
Zone.
We're locked in on that.
Let's get him a sign. So Ken, what the frick's up with we surprise you. We put the mom chaser out in front of your Shoreline Impact Zone, aka his new boathouse, and literally 2 days later, I pull into the farm and it's on a trailer. You took the
What?
Yeah, he pulled the mom chaser out and put it back at the farm.
Well, I did try and take it out, and then the motor wasn't running right, and it's just so much easier for Gavin to work on it in his own shop than it is to like come to the
fair.
lake
You just said I
and do all
I
that.
did try and take it out.
And it didn't work.
Yeah, it didn't work, so I had to like okay,
So
let's
what'd you roll
put
it
it on.
with a?
It would only like idle pretty much. You couldn't give it any throttle.
I would have paid money to have just seen Ken on a Sunday just by himself putzing that thing over.
So I was like, okay, let's take it out.
No
Let's
other
let Gavin
people
mess with
inside.
it.
Hurricane winds.
What's the real reason, though, Ken?
My neighbors are showing up from Arizona, and I don't want a pontoon that says "Mom Chaser" parked out front when my house is under
Are you?
construction.
Why?
Are
Why
your
do you
neighbors
think?
like very impressionable?
Yes, they are
Impressionable.
very
children.
impressionable.
You think that just because you're under construction, you're like, oh fuck, I better not have this out front.
Oh no, I just don't want a boat that says "Mom Chaser" out in front of my house. And I was
Trying to
considering
rebrand or
taking
what?
taking the stickers off the Mom Chaser and just running the boat. But you can't take the stickers off because that's what makes it funny.
Yeah.
So it's okay. I'll just take the boat
It
out.
was just funny though. Like you drive past your house and you got the tiniest dock and then also the tiniest little boat. Like it looked
That
pretty
was
good. And then I feel like you need that out front because it lets the women know that's the shoreline
Yeah.
impact zone.
I
Yeah,
was
no.
cracking up because CJ kept going, "Oh, look at this, it's the tiniest dock I've ever seen," and I was like, "Dude, I don't know what you're talking about. I can't even see a dock. I see the lift, I see the boat, and the tiny little boat was covering the dock.
Yeah.
The dock
And it had
was
the
legit
shortest
9
dock
feet
on the
long.
lake. It was less. I think it was 5.
Yeah,
It was
a lot of
funny.
guys feel like they need to compensate on the lake. Ken feels so secure in himself, he goes the opposite direction. Smallest boathouse, smallest dock, a little lift with a tiny pontoon.
Shoreline impact zone.
You were just worried about your neighbors thinking maybe you were too rich.
Yeah, I know. I don't want a bad impression for the new neighbors.
Don't want to flex
You're
on
right.
them that hard.
The upside down pineapple flag.
Or you
Didn't
driving
say
that
enough.
driving that Chevy through your house a week after you bought it. That was not a that was. I think they already have their ideas on you.
The neighbors actually loved that because every single one of them hated that house. They were happy to see that.
But then
go.
they see
You
your
should have
tiny
Imagine-
pontoon. What the fuck is that? They're all
Imagine
mad.
coming home and be like, oh, I'm so happy that we're, finally back at our lake house. And then your wife walks in before you. Oh my God! Whoa, honey, what? Oh my God!
I think the neighbor's gonna
Tiny
chase.
pontoon next door.
I think the neighbor's gonna try to chase me.
The neighborhood's gone to shit. It's not even a 27-footer.
I thought the poors weren't allowed to live on this beach.
And then they see Ken walking down, hopping it, and putzing it to.
Yeah, that thing's not staying in front of my boathouse.
Ken, we bought
Damn.
you a lift, bro.
Yeah, what do we do with that lift?
We
now?
got to get the motor fixed.
Well, it's just not staying.
So
in
if we
front
got
of
a
my place.
bigger motor, it would work.
So the truth came out. CJ, you asked why he really didn't want it in front. He just doesn't want it in front.
You could get a cover and then
The more you laugh about it, the more it's not staying in front of my place.
What if we install the post and we
Nope,
put it
nope.
up on top of the
There
post?
we go. I like that idea. a
yeah,
lot.
well, instead of on a big pole like my Hummer,
Wait,
it's on
yeah,
a
let's
little
just
one.
do that. Screw it, let's just do that. That's a good idea. I mean, obviously Ken's not going to let us put it on a post
It's tough to
in
get
his
down.
yard.
Ken, I don't see what the big problem is with the neighbors. It's like they already know that you live next door. It's like you do
Yeah.
realize that
It's
everything
kinda-
we do is on the internet.
Yeah, but it's kind of like sometimes you don't want to bring work home with you, and then I
You
don't
never
know.
shit where you sleep.
That's true.
Don't bite the hand that feeds you.
That's true. I mean, yeah, I think as soon as you got the place, the whole neighborhood knew that you bought it. Well, actually, they thought that all of us bought it.
Shopify is here to bring your online store dreams into reality. Shopify is your commerce expert with world-class expertise in everything from managing inventory to international shipping to processing and returns and beyond. Shopify gives you that leg up from day one with hundreds of beautiful ready-to-go templates to express your brand, style, and forget about coding because you can get help with everyday tasks like enhancing product images, writing product descriptions, or generating discount codes with Shopify's AI tools. Plus, get that iconic purple Shopify Pay button that's used by millions of businesses around the world. It's why Shopify has the best converting checkout on the planet. Your customers already love it, so you better have it on your website. Turn those dreams into and give them the best shot at its success with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period and start selling today at shopify.com/wide open. Go to shopify.com/wide open. That is shopify.com/wide open. Thank you very much to Shopify for sponsoring this week's podcast. Finding the right mental health care should be simple and affordable, but a lot of the time it is not. Long wait times, high costs, and difficulty finding the right provider can make getting help feel overwhelming. But that is where Rula comes in. Rula connects you with in-network licensed therapists that accept most major insurances. Their users typically have a copay of $15 per session, making therapy more accessible than ever. And with a network of over 15,000 licensed providers across 100 plus specialties, Rula also ensures that you get the care tailored to your needs. You can also see a therapist in as little as 24 hours, so you get the support you need without financial stress when you need it. Join the thousands who have already turned to Rula for support on their journey in mental health and well-being. The next time that I need a therapist, I will be using Rula. So getting started is easy. Just visit rula.com/wide open today. And then when you sign up, they'll ask how you heard about them. Please support our show by letting them know that we sent you. It's a simple way to help us while you take the first step towards the care that you deserve. Go to Rula, RULA.com/wide open now and connect with a licensed therapist who truly cares. Your mental health matters.
They were
Oh.
like, yeah, I heard the Cboys bought it. And then when we took a break in between running that car through your house, when that nice lady and her husband were on a walk, they were like, yeah, so you guys all bought this? We're like, no, just him. And like they felt a little better. But
That
yeah, they
happens.
already knew everything about you before you moved in.
That happens a lot, actually. I mean, like when we bought our house, I think just they assumed all the Cboys. And now I'm thinking of it, I really appreciate that all of you guys are well behaved, because that happens to us all the time. If you do something, people are like, the Cboys did that.
Yeah, it's all associated.
It
For
always
good or
has
bad,
been.
we're
Yeah,
all intertwined.
exactly.
Mostly good.
Yeah, I think every time that one of us have like moved somewhere, like the whole neighborhood has
The
like
Cboys bought
been
that.
in
They shake.
just shaking, just rumbling. And like Ken buys, I hear a neighbor saying something about us, and then it gets to me. Or Ryan buys, and then somebody says something to me. I'm like, their minds immediately go to like probably
We're
every
cooked.
Yeah,
Destruction.
yeah, like
Yeah.
they're gonna drive
Their
a car
pickup
through
through the house.
my house.
And all the
What's
other-
the worst that could happen, honey? He drives a pickup through the house like in 2 weeks in.
Literally driving a truck through it. They're like, holy shit. And
Yeah.
then we just pack up and leave.
Yeah, so I guess
We
when
didn't clean it
I
up.
say that, and now I'm kind of retracting my statement, because what they would think of like the worst that could happen did happen.
Or you bring the farmhouse to the neighborhood, and
Well, yeah, I actually
Yeah.
really like that now that I think of it. When we move in somewhere, which isn't going to happen all that often, you hit the prank hard at the beginning, and then you just like don't really
Just
do
start
anything.
off on a bad foot.
Start off on a bad foot, but I'm saying that we haven't done really anything to spark anyone's interest in the neighborhood ever since then.
It's not like we're home that much is the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I finally met one of my neighbors from a few doors down. He walked over and goes, "You must be the Cboy." I was like, "My reputation precedes me."
Did you say that?
Yeah.
That's a good answer. I don't like it when people come up and say that. It's kind of like cringy.
Yeah.
You must be a Cboy or the C, which is true, I guess, but I'm just like, yeah.
All my neighbors found out that we had a podcast because I was telling some like HOA drama
Oh,
Yeah.
That's right.
on the
I do remember
podcast
that.
right after I moved in,
Yeah.
and it
Oh,
just
no.
spread like wildfire.
Then what? They hate you?
did you get taken off the email chain?
I don't get as many as I used to, and I think that I might have. And I also think that like they look at me as like a loose cannon
Ooh.
of like spreading the information to the world
Top
about
secret
like
neighborhood
the neighborhood
information.
drama, basically. And so, one, I think I might be excluded from some emails, but two, I think they maybe like let some things slide because they run a pretty tight ship, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like I've never had any problems, and like I've heard a couple of my neighbors have been like, "Oh, did this happen? Did so and so say this to you?" I was like, "No." They're like, "Oh, what? Really? That's surprising." And then I started thinking about like, oh, maybe they just like don't want me to go on and just like exploit them on
Yeah.
the podcast now. I don't know, which I wouldn't,
But
but
they're only doing 3 fertilizer applications each year to save money or something? Or
yeah,
what?
that was what happened
Dude.
when I moved in.
That does happen on the podcast. You'll say something about someone or about a situation, and in your head, you're just expecting or hoping that they don't listen to it, even though you
It
know
always
damn
goes
well
back to 'em.
they're gonna have someone that sends it to them or whatever. Like, it's not hard to intake that information.
Dude, anyone who's around us, doesn't matter who you are, there's that possibility that we're
Yeah.
going to talk about you on the podcast.
You're
Or
one-
you're going to get roped into something that's told to the whole world. Normally, we're good about leaving names out.
Yeah.
But yeah, your story is not safe with us.
The worst part is, even if you think you might be good, it was
True.
good. I didn't do anything too crazy or mean or bad or funny or outlandish.
For them,
or
it's always a bigger
hyper.
deal.
But yeah, then we could make a meme about anything,
Yeah.
man.
Turn you into a meme.
A lot of times it's when people don't even know.
Which is
They
how
might have think that they were perfectly well behaved, and then we walk away like, that was funny. Yeah, did you notice this? Yeah. Last weekend, I went out with Evan.
Oh,
Big
not
mistake.
me. Not me. You're
No, I
right.
went out with you two, but I stayed out with Evan. No,
Really?
me,
Where-
CJ,
Really?
me, CJ, and Evan, and Ken went golfing, and
My phone must not have been working.
and then after we went golfing, we then went to the bar, and like usually I'm pretty well behaved. You know, I know when to like hang it up, go home.
The problem was we stopped at the Shoreline Impact Zone, Ken's boathouse, before.
Yeah.
And
It set
Ken
the
started pouring
tone.
shots.
It set the tone for the whole thing. Actually, we were like kind of rolling, being productive, filming. We stopped at Ken's place, started taking shots, and then like the whole night was just like, all right, this is the direction that we're going in. And so I'll just stay at the shop tonight and just like, I'll just be like Evan's intern, basically. Just, I got to see what this dude is up to.
It
Wow.
has been a while.
Yeah. Very rarely do I just like fully commit to just like, all right, I'm with Evan tonight. because
Yeah,
that usually does not end well. Like it's just
No,
like
it doesn't.
It's a
sound-
crazy
it's a
boat
bad
to tie
idea.
yourself to.
I had enough for the night, and I just packed up my things and went to bed after
Very
the
smart.
Ben
game.
didn't even associate with us once we got to Zorba's,
Yeah.
his go-to bar. Like, he didn't even sit with
Didn't
us.
sit
He
with us.
sat at
Really?
the bar counter, and we were us three.
There's people I wanted to chat with, so
I know.
So we were sitting at the table, and I was just trying to keep up with Ev. It just progressively got worse. Like we got like more and more liquored up, lost more and more money gambling.
Oh yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, dude, how do you like? Is this enjoyable to you? Like we were dumping money, and I ran
tell
out
the
of I
story?
ran out of money, and then Evan he just started floating me, and he was like, I'll handle it. I just want you to enjoy this, and I was like, I'm not enjoying this at all. I'm just
Yeah, but you
losing
guys
money.
you had so much money in that you had to keep going. So this is how it went. We walked in. This is the short story. Evan immediately goes to the pull tab machine to start gambling. He does that every time. And I was like, I should play too. I go, hey, I'll go in with you. And then Ben's like, yeah, I'll go in too. So us three are going to all go together. And Evan wanted to play one side. And I was looking at the thing, and I was like, looking at the potential winnings and how many tickets were left. I'm like, I think there's better odds over here, guys. No, we're playing this one. I go, all right, you guys play that one. I'll play this one. So Ben and Evan are going in on one jar together. I'm going on the other. I ended up pulling $1,100 out of this jar before they pulled a single dollar.
Oh my
Their
god.
job.
The whole time, Ben's just like, why didn't we go in over there, Evan? Evan's like, no, this jar is...
I promise it's gonna hit.
It's gonna hit. So then, like, it got to a point where they both had so much money in that I started doing the math of the jars, and I go, you guys are gonna just have to buy the whole rest of the jar out because there's less tickets than winnings in here. So they had to put like another $1,400 in.
Oh my
And-
god. On pull tabs?
So get
These
this.
guys were
You
there
bought
all
the whole
night.
hockey team
Alex
loose
came,
skates.
Alex came and picked me up because it was taking them so long. They pulled like $100 finally after 2 hours.
And then, like as I said, I ran out of money, so I was just riding with Ev, and I'm pretty sure he hit like his debit card max pullout for ATM or whatever.
Yeah.
And so then he ran out of money, and I was just like, bro, what are we doing here? I was like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, pretty funny.
Right? And we're both down like a lot of money. And I'm just like over it at this point because I was like, bro, I trusted you. I thought it was
trusted
gonna
you.
hit. I thought it was gonna hit. At this point, CJ's gone and like Ken's gone, and I'm just sitting there
It's the two losers
out
left.
of money,
Drunk.
so I can't even just hop in my car and leave. Like, see ya. I was like, I'm fucking stuck with you after losing all this money.
Oh my god.
So you cleared that whole.
So you
row
didn't
out
even make it home before you were regretting your decision.
Yeah, I was sitting there.
instant
Because, like, there's only so many people I can go and beg for money. Like, hey, can I have some money? So, like, I swear it's going to hit. I swear
a
it's
good
going to
look.
hit.
Yeah, no
it's
one's
not a
gonna
good
give
look,
any
right?
money.
And it's like one thing if my partner's floated me, and then he ran out of freaking money, and that's just never a good. It's just never good, right? Sure enough, the next day, Ken puts $20 into the same jar and pulls a 500.
No.
It was
Fucking
fantastic.
money.
Yeah, I bet it was fantastic.
I'm sitting there looking at the thing, and it's like, okay, there's $1,400 worth of winners. There's only $900 worth of tickets. You almost got to throw money into it.
yeah, which is the mentality I had the night before, but I
Yeah.
ran out of cash.
You didn't have that mentality though. I couldn't believe that you guys were so loose with, or that at least Evan,
they
who
should've came
does
back.
it. Evan does it so much that he was so loose with it. Because I just literally looked at the thing and then I looked at the tickets. I was like, well, it looks like there's better odds here, but he wanted to do that one.
Yeah, I was just riding with my partner. Shouldn't have done that. Yeah, and then next thing you know, Dalton comes and picks me and Evan up, thankfully. Like, because then I was asking Evan, I was like, how are we getting home? And he was like, that's the fun part. I was like, that is not fun at all. I want to know where I'm sleeping tonight. Or like, are we getting home? I was like, what do you do? So I'm calling Dalton like, bro, can you please just come and get us? And he's like, yeah, I got you. Thank God. He comes, picks us up. Next thing, like, we're going to bed at like 3 a.m.
Oh my god.
Like, it
This is a shift.
was a full-on shift, right? And then Evan, sure enough, like, I stay at the shop, and the next morning I hear Evan wake up, and he dips out. I've been down so bad ever
I'm
since.
saying you've been sick ever
Dude, I've been
since.
sick ever since. And I thought I was just, like, hungover, but I think I just
Week-long hangover.
dude, I think I just sent my body into shock,
Wow.
just trying to hang.
That's what happens when you start at the shoreline impact zone.
Rich did basically the same thing. He tried to be Evan's intern, and ended about the same.
It's like going
He
to
was
work
broke.
out with like a CrossFitter.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But like
That's
the
true.
opposite. Like
Yeah.
Evan is seasoned and trained.
He's an athlete.
He is at the peak performance of that type of activity. You can't just show up one day and decide you want to do it. You have to train for stuff
Yeah.
like that. You're
Gotta
just going to
train.
hurt your body.
You got to train
Literally.
for that.
Got to build up a immunity.
Yeah, the
Immunity.
tolerance and yeah. So it's been pretty. I've been down bad, pretty
Oh,
down
sorry to
bad.
hear that, bro. You'll bounce back.
Thanks.
We know Evan already did.
Oh yeah, he bounced back that afternoon.
Yeah.
Freaking good to go.
He was texting me that night like, dude, I might have had a couple beers and bought a bunch of new golf clubs. And I was like,
We just lost
already? After one, the night we had, you're drinking beers already, and two, you have money still?
Yeah.
I was like,
He just reached his ATM limit.
Yeah,
I was
it,
like,
it
hey, yeah.
what are you
resets the
talking
next
about?
day.
yeah, I guess it just bounced right back.
I saw this thing in Massachusetts proposed affordability checks for anyone who loses $2,500 in a 3-month span gambling.
Holy
What?
shit. So what's
And
that look
what's
like?
an affordability check?
If you lose more than $2,500, they will give you money back.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's to like help with the risk-free bet scenario, you know?
And what is that scenario?
Like different sports bettings will say that there's like a risk-free bet, you know, you bet 5, you get 200 back, that type of scenario. This is for an in-person casino type of thing like that. So then
Huh.
I think that is a thing. Like, you can negotiate, like, basically your losses. I
I
don't know if
didn't know that,
2,500
yeah.
$2,500 isn't going to really move the needle for, like, a
light work.
casino in Vegas. But like,
Is that a no sweat bet, or is that just a marketing ploy to get you back in the door after you lost so much money?
yes.
Yeah,
But
because
yeah.
I mean, they know, like, if we give them $20,000 back, they're
Dude,
they'll be like, well, I got this free $20,000, so I might as well gamble
exactly.
it.
I finally ripped all the Togi videos, his Road to 10 Million. It is awesome. It's like such different content, and it was just pure entertainment. But he talks about it like he's not even sweating. He was like on a podcast. They asked him like, "What would you have done?" He's like, "Well, I've been down. Like I've been like down $1 million." He's like, "You just borrow from the casino."
Yeah, you
Dude,
can go
fuck,
even
dude.
more. into
Yeah,
debt then.
yeah. And he's like, "You could go deeper."
Yeah, I also just saw Togi's Snapchat that he said. So Togi made like it's this YouTuber guy. He's a streamer too, and he goes on like these gambling benders where he'll make or lose like millions of dollars within like 48 hours. Like it's like the craziest swings.
The blackout method.
Yeah, but the dude was like completely poor, like had no money like a year ago. Like the Road to 10 Million was like a series of videos of him basically trying to make $10 million in a matter of a month. I think he did it in like 2 months. He didn't make $10 million, but like he did. I think he made like $4 million in 2 months.
Still pretty.
Most of it was gambling, and
That's
then
insane.
He was doing a bunch of different ploys, but he made a painting too. That
made
was
a
insane.
painting.
It sold for $150.
Yeah.
K.
yeah, it was crazy. I think he just like set out to make as much money possible in legal different ways. And it's definitely entertaining. But like when I was watching it, I was like, there's no way this dude is taking taxes into account. And sure enough, on his
Yeah.
Snapchat yesterday, he said, yeah, I haven't paid my taxes yet. And I just made like all this money, but now I owe like half of it to taxes.
And he doesn't have any.
And
of it.
I spent all of it already.
Yeah, they said that on the podcast, and it was a weird interaction because he's like, yeah, dude, you're like going to have to pay like 50% of that. And he's like, I can't do that. And he's like, I don't know what to tell you. He's like, yeah, no, like I got to figure something out because I can't do that.
Imagine learning about taxes on a podcast after you've already
Paid
made.
$5 million.
That's a
in
bad
dollars.
deal. It's a bad deal. You just have to sell a lot of your shit.
Or you just double down.
Yeah, for him.
That might be his strategy.
That is 100% going to be
Yeah.
his strategy.
It's not as cool at gambling to be able to pay your taxes, though.
yeah.
Then
way
you also
cooler
have to
by
use
a-
your gambling money that you just won to pay next year's tax bill.
Yeah. But it's funny for him because he buys like he always wears 2 watches, like super iced out, and he buys jewelry. And he's like, this actually is whether I lose money on it or not, this is a good investment because when I turn it into jewelry or the house, he's like, I can't spend it because if it's in cash, I will spend it.
You should
Will
get an
gamble
iced
it.
out watch, dude.
Yeah, Mike.
Money
that's-
Mike has an iced out rollie or
Yeah,
something.
it's just super.
And then like a iced out chain that says Money Mike on it.
I would love to as a joke. I would not want anyone to seriously look at me and be like, is this dude serious? I like that idea. As
Money
a joke,
Mike
but
would do that type of an expensive joke.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Like imagine wearing an iced out, very expensive watch only to meme those who
we'll
do.
start with the freaking.
Oh, there we go.
Stoked on the T-shirt.
Yeah,
We'll
look at
start
this.
with that.
All proceeds from this T-shirt go directly into Mike spending it.
I couldn't do that to you guys.
Yeah, the new merch drops live.
Yeah,
and new giveaways.
Freaking heavy giveaway,
Bro,
boys.
the best giveaway we've ever had. I mean,
Yeah.
the choice of either a Lamborghini Huracan or a Lamborghini Urus.
And I think we have, with those two vehicles, the base is covered.
Yeah, I mean that's a duo that can go to anybody. I don't know what I would choose though, honestly. Like
I don't either.
been driving them both, but I mean the Urus is luxury, and the Huracan is a race car.
I think whoever, if you're looking at it and you're like, if you even have a shred of thought that the Huracan might be a little too impractical for you, then the Urus is for you.
Yeah, I think it's just like
I guess
It
we
really
should
just
we should probably
Yeah, I was like, we could ask
Ben.
Ben. He's owned both.
yeah, I think it just depends like who wins it. If it's like a kid, you're taking that Huracan.
Yeah,
all
for
day.
sure. The
Got it.
Huracan's
You're taking that
cooler.
Huracan all day, dude. Like, it is such a sick car. It's like the pinnacle of Lamborghini. It's red. It sounds insane. It backfires
Pop, pop.
every single time you let off the gas. Bop, 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 bop. It's fast, and it's just like the classic Lamborghini that you'd have as a poster on your wall, right?
It is, yeah.
It's so unbelievably sick. But if you're a mom and you have some kids that you got to trek around where you're not obviously driving a 2-seat car, I guess, or a dad that you got to trek kids around, and you want like the most comfortable vehicle ever made, like it's like legit such a cruiser. It's so smooth. It's quiet until you like open up the valves, then it backfires and it's fast and it is a ripper. It's also 750 horsepower. Like that's
Yeah, it's still fast.
A lot of
I
horsepower.
don't know if you guys have driven it and like got on it, but like it is equally as fast as the Huracan, which is crazy to think that it is SUV as fast as like a small sports car that is literally just made to look cool and go fast. If I was me though and I won both of them, I would take the Huracan just solely
it's
off
just
of
cooler.
how sick it
Yeah,
is.
just cooler.
It's just cool.
But there's so many different people that would take the Urus.
also if you're a
that are just
bigger-
in a different position
if
of
you're
life.
taller or like just
That too.
bigger, you're gonna fit in the Urus way better than the Huracan.
True.
Like a lot of bigger people, like Ken's too tall for really the Huracan.
I'm right on the edge of not fitting in that Huracan. So like just riding around that Urus though, so sick. I love
so
that car.
sick. It's got the Starlight
It's a boss
liner
car.
in the
It
the
is.
ceiling too. You got the stars above you. So sick.
The executive package rear seats
executive-
are so
Yeah,
unique.
that's my
Still
favorite
never
part
seen
about it.
another one for sale with that, and I feel like I'm always looking at different marketplaces of cars.
Yeah, it's super rare. And like everything on the inside is carbon fiber, and then everything on the outside is either red or carbon fiber. Like it's the package is insane.
Yeah.
The MSRP on the car was probably like $280, I bet. Yeah, it's crazy spec. Crazy spec. So it's a hard choice.
Luckily, you got options.
Yeah.
And as far as merch goes, you got lots of options there too. I think we say this every time, but it's probably my favorite drop.
Yeah, they just keep getting better and better.
Yeah, we got some awesome like reckless golf. We got a bunch of reckless golf stuff
Yeah.
actually, so we're hyped on that. We've been golfing a lot lately. We actually copped ourselves a membership to the local golf club, which is like leaps and bounds compared to us reckless golfing once or twice a year to like golfing. I mean, Evan and Ken have been golfing like 10 times in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I think Evan, since we got the membership, every day Evan has been in the area, he has gone to the golf course.
He's good though too.
I've golfed more in the last month than I have my whole life.
Yeah, Ken's been
I think.
ripping. He's getting better.
I'm figuring it out slowly.
It's the greatest game ever played.
It's really fun.
Yeah, we sponsored a golf hole. So we got a reckless golf sponsorship at
pretty sick.
our local golf course,
What number hole is it?
Number 12.
which has got the best terrain.
12 at
Really?
Wildflower.
Got the best terrain of any hole on the whole course.
That's awesome.
The most bunkers, the most elevation change. You know, because we told
Good
them,
hill
like,
to drop in.
you know,
on.
if we sponsor a hole, it's got to like be a good hole
Yeah.
for golf carting.
Yeah.
You know, so it only makes sense.
We played that hole a couple weeks ago, or actually earlier this week, and I went from like one bunker to the next. And I was like, oh, so frustrating, but it was.
It's
Maybe
fun.
if you sponsor
good
it
time.
next year, they'll move the bunkers for you.
It's
Ken will
fun.
lip up the bunkers. Try to clear it.
That hole actually does have some significance on the channel. The last reckless golf video that we dropped that has like 6 million views was the thumbnail was shot on that hole. A couple years ago when we did Reckless Golf 4 and we opened up with like sitting on the road and honking the SEMA truck horn,
Wow.
and messing with people that was on that hole for people golfing. Like, I don't know. There's just a bunch of good memes on that hole, so it's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Ken, you might have heard about this because we were just talking about how people sometimes shouldn't have high horsepower cars like the 700 horsepower Urus, but I think it comes into play with like the Teslas. Like my Hummer is 1,000 horsepower and it weighs 9,000 pounds. Like it can get out of hand pretty easy. The Plaid is super fast, but apparently there's this Chinese car, I don't know how to pronounce it, called the Xiaoma SU7 Ultra, and they released it and it has 1,526 horsepower.
How?
Holy.
I guess electric. It looks kind of like a Kia Stinger, but where it came into play is apparently overnight they just sent out an update and they cut the horsepower in half to 888 horsepower.
Something happened.
Somebody crashed one and they threatened a lawsuit, I bet.
I'm sure, because they were like, nobody should have this much power. You have to go to a track and do a qualifying lap time to prove
That's awesome.
that you can
I love
drive
that.
that car
That's
fast
sick.
enough.
That's worth it.
And
It's
I mean,
a Chinese car.
Yeah.
and you can't really complain that hard because you still have 800. It's not like it's on eco mode.
Yeah, but you buy
Yeah,
a
but yeah,
car.
You buy
I
it
know,
for
yeah.
the.
What's that thing cost? Can you get it in America?
You can't buy a Chinese car here. I gotta say though, like when I had the Plaid, doing launch mode was pretty fun. Just blowing the doors off everything.
Well,
and
yeah, and I still talk about it to people. I'm like, if you haven't experienced an electric car, it will taint you, obviously, blah, blah, blah. And then Dalton, you know, I was being a sarcastic asshole or whatever, correcting him, but he's like, this is the fastest truck I've ever been in. I'm like, you're Cummins. I'm like, have you ever ridden in Ken's Cybertruck? Because it's definitely faster. It for sure is
Like,
faster.
you couldn't just let him have
just
it.
don't tell him that. Maybe
Yeah.
keep
just
keep
let
his
him have
ego
it,
up.
Mike.
Yeah.
What do you think would win, my truck or Dalton's
Your truck.
in a race?
Raptor
just
R,
a drag race.
1000%.
Your truck.
What do you think would win, our new Miata or your truck?
Your truck.
CJ's truck.
bro.
What?
You think so?
The 10 speed is,
I don't know. The Miata's fast, bro.
dude, there's
It's
no
just so
way.
light. It's a go kart.
There's no way.
Raptor's got the right transmission. It's never gonna miss a shift. Well,
700
shouldn't
horsepower.
miss a shift. It's got 4-wheel drive.
It'd be a good video where we go to the drag strip and you line up
Just,
like
like,
unsuspecting cars.
Yeah.
Or if you lined up we drag
like-
raced every single car in the fleet.
Yeah,
And
did
they're
like
all
a
different.
bracket.
Just get like
Yeah.
a massive
Brackets,
airstrip.
Yeah.
That'd be cool, but it could be boring. It just depend on how it was set up. But
Yeah,
That
it's
seems
fast.
that's giving, cut it fast.
I think a good race is
you
gonna
almost
be.
know what's the fastest car right off the jump.
I think where it gets interesting is you have the Miata
Yeah, versus
that beats out
the Viper because I missed a shift.
What do you
and
think
there we
is
go,
our
yeah.
fastest car right now? It's either the Huracan or probably Mike's Viper.
I bet my Urus is faster than Mike's
That's what
Viper.
and I bet like
If Mike's
I bet if
due
I
to
went
shifting,
if
but
even if I was shifting like good, I think Ryan's Vet could beat the Viper.
Yeah, I bet
I really
Ryan's-
do.
it's true.
It just is a
Probably,
quick shift.
yeah. I figured out that on our track day, I just put it in track mode, but I didn't know that track mode is just road. It doesn't do any of the traction control things. You have to put it in race mode.
Ah, and you
So
were pretty
I
fast. Out
I
there,
left
too.
I left some skin on the table there.
Yeah, we got to roll
was-
round two. on
What
that-
was
I
that?
agree.
I
track.
took first. What
You
was
took
second
first.
again?
Well, I don't know if we need to talk about.
What was
the
second?
ranking.
I took second.
Second,
Okay.
third was Mike.
And,
In the GTR, and
in the
you took the
GTR.
last in the
Probably-
Huracan?
Yeah, dead
In
last
your
in the
Huracan?
Huracan.
That was a fun day.
Funny.
That was
I
really
bet
fun.
you guys did have fun.
That was a fun day.
Yeah, we got to
driving
run it back. But no, I think that Miata is actually like, I think it would surprise you guys. Straight up, dude, it's got like 450 horsepower and it weighs like 1,800 pounds.
For sure, it's fast. There's no doubt about that. But I just think it's going to be spinning. There's no technology to keep the wheels down, you know?
Yeah, no, it'd be sketchy. It would definitely
real.
be sketchy.
The Miata frame is not built for speed.
yeah.
It's like just the classic. Like you can have so much horsepower, but it just boils down to a lot of it's like the computer nowadays is what makes cars really fast. Like Ryan's Corvette is so fast because of just the tuning and the transmission.
Yeah, you can't
And
really
obviously
fuck
it's
it
got
up.
a ton of horsepower, but like it's got such good traction control too. Like he can just stomp on it and it's gonna correct itself and just
Yeah.
go. Like versus Mike's car is a driver's car. Like
Yeah,
you need
you-
an actual really good driver to actually drive it to its fastest 0 to 60 or quarter mile time.
And even with the launch control in your car, I was surprised at how much wheel spin it let happen. Whereas like Ryan's car, it's
Well, that's why
basically
I
it's
didn't
just
know,
going.
Like, I turned traction control off, but I was happy with the traction that it still gave me. I was just happy not to be in the ditch.
Yeah,
to
Mike,
be
you
honest.
Yeah, I
gotta
was
be
pretty
careful in that
narrow,
thing, bro.
For real, that's like one of those cars
Yeah.
that you like give it
No,
too much
it's-
throttle and it bites.
Yeah, and many rear-wheel drive cars are like that, but that nightmare of when it starts to go wrong, you're already, I mean,
There's a
You're already totaled.
There's a stat. Ken Jimino?
Yeah, I know exactly the stat you're looking up.
It's like within 10 miles of the dealership,
Shut up.
a certain amount of Vipers have been destroyed.
What?
Any of the generations prior to Mike's, none of them had traction control because they prided themselves on being this like race car.
Okay, so
people would just wreck them.
this isn't applicable to like Mike's generation, but the original generation of Vipers, 30% were crashed on the way home from the dealer buying it.
That's insane. They have to tell them before, like, hey, I just want to let you know, almost half the people crash on their way home. Just try to get it home. Really, really ease your way into this car because it's fast. It just goes to show, though, it had a lot of horsepower, but, like, not the tuning and there's the electronics, the technology to make it super friendly for the masses.
There's a really good Donut Media video about it, actually, but they have like a whole, spiel on it. If the whole project was under 50 million, he didn't have to like get it okayed and like do a bunch of stuff.
They didn't have to go through committee. They could it was basically just a slush fund of money that they could just burn.
So like they just made the Viper and they just cut anything they didn't need it on it, like traction control and all this. And then that's why there's so like few of them produced. I mean, there still was quite a bit, but yeah, they just like sent them out and said, here's a race car for the street.
Dude, I think what makes your Viper so much cooler for me, like it already looks amazing, sounds amazing, it's fast, like it's got everything, but what really makes it even cooler is just like the culture of it, like these stories. Like there's so much to it, and there's so many stories to it, and like I don't know, it's just a lot of substance. It's a true enthusiast car.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like sometimes I feel like obviously I'm obsessing over it a little bit, but I love the whole story behind it. And I hope for my sake that they don't make any more. Yeah,
it's just an enthusiast car, and anyone who owns a Viper owns it because they're an enthusiast, I feel like. Yeah. Like you don't just buy one because you were looking for a cool car.
Yeah, a fancy, expensive car.
That's what I was just talking to Ben about it. It's insane that they compare it to the Corvette. I'm not saying it's insane like I'm offended. Back in the day, they're like, yeah, the Viper, the Corvette, it was a very similar, most people picked the Corvette. And I'm like, dude, they're like.
Not the same.
A Corvette is a car that an older gentleman could get in and drive very easily. And I just feel like a Viper's not that.
No, it is funny. Even with cars with more traction control, Ben, you've been looking at getting an RS or been dreaming of one. You see this video yet?
Dude, this is tough.
What is? Ooh.
This is tough.
Bro. Oh.
Bro. Just the longest crash of all time.
Like,
see, it's like
guy was like, it looked like he was on ice, bro.
Yeah, like he's like clearly trying to stop there. You would
have thought if he would have just slammed on the brakes,
he had to have blacked out. What's the top comments on this?
Yeah, it sucks. Apparently, the comment on here was that it was an 18-year-old kid.
I've seen enough. Get this kid a Calvo Viper.
Bro, that would be bad. You get to drive someone's car and crash it at 18. That's a nightmare.
Man.
Yeah.
15 business days to prevent this.
Well, did you see when Cleat almost piled up that Cohen's egg?
Yeah. I didn't think it was. Wait, maybe I didn't.
Maybe if he wasn't a good driver, he would have piled up the Cohen's egg.
Okay, but you're saying when he that was crazy to see a car that has that much plantage.
Bro, he had to have shit his pants.
Rough, asphalt.
Steve had to have shit his pants.
Yeah, for sure. But when you look at that, if you panicked and overcorrected, let off the brake, and then turned up the track, you would have hit the wall so fast.
Yeah, and hard.
I could just see Steve and then he's just like, yeah, that was crazy. Like you'd just be pretty chill out.
Dude, that is booty cheeks.
Wow, you really banged that wall harder than I banged Tommy's mom. Say some shit like that.
Dude, it was pretty funny when I watched the video when they went up in the blimp. And then everyone was just stoked on that because, if you've ever watched a single NASCAR race, you're just like, that blimp would be cool to go in.
What is up with blimps?
Dude, it actually flew a lot faster than I was expecting. It wasn't like a hot air balloon. They were flying. They flew out over the ocean and they were kind of turning. It wasn't fast, but it wasn't like a hot air balloon. They were flying it.
How many blimps are there?
There's not a lot.
There's
I think
5 in the world.
Goodyear's got 4 of them.
Why does Goodyear invest in these blimps?
Best advertising
straight up
money
marketing
they probably ever spent.
I mean, you look at every major event and they've got one there.
I would say probably ever.
I feel like they're probably really smooth.
25 registered and potentially useful blimps in the world.
Floating.
Wow.
And who makes blimps? Blimp?
No,
it's called. It's like Zeppelin.
Zeppelin. Yep.
It's way better than a hot air balloon.
How fast are blimps?
So the Goodyear blimp can typically goes like 35, but they can go up to 70.
Yeah, I guess it is pretty smart of Goodyear to have blimps. And like, can anyone just buy a blimp and use it as advertisement? You know, it's just in the sky above like a NASCAR track.
Yeah, that's
right?
a great question. Could you just
So it's
hire another blimp? Blimp that says freaking, I don't know, GoDaddy.com. I don't know.
GoDaddy, CboysTV.com.
Yeah.
That's Mike's next business venture is rebranding blimps.
Can you buy a used blimp?
I feel like, is that even something you would sell used
Probably
or you
one of
just
those things
scrap
that just
it?
exchanges hands.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, you really gotta have fuck you money to have a blimp. Like, there's no point in having a blimp besides for just like letting people know that you can.
And then can you imagine
But, like-
having a blimp that's not some sort of advertisement? What's the point?
But like,
actually,
yeah, imagine like, hey, honey, you want to fire up the blimp and take it to dinner a couple towns over?
Probably
Yeah.
could land it pretty nice.
I'll work on it on Saturday so that we can go out on Sunday. You know, a lot of prep.
And then they'll be to the restaurant by Wednesday.
There's people that buy fighter jets. There was a guy of a large business that we know that I was hearing him talk stories about it, but apparently there's this canyon that they like modeled a Star Wars or maybe filmed a Star Wars scene in. They call it Star Wars Canyon. And there's a guy that videotapes it, very similar to the Wavy Boats guy, if you've ever seen him. And he just sits there and films people flying their private fighter jets through the canyon.
It's only fighter jets because they're the only ones capable of doing that.
Yeah, like it's like a
Some of
maneuver
them,
thing. It'd
yeah.
be like taking your frickin' minivan to the racetrack, like you typically take a performance vehicle.
Aren't fighter jets just two people?
I think it's usually like 1 or 2 seats.
1 to 2, yeah.
So Heavy D got his Blackhawk through like, what was it, a government auction or something? Are people getting a hold of these fighter jets the same way?
Yeah, anyone can buy a fighter jet.
Yeah.
How
That's
much
when
is a
you're
fighter
rich.
jet?
There's a 1974 Canadair CF5D for $2.2 million.
It looks pretty legit, dude. Like if you had this thing, payments as low as $46,000 a month.
Wow.
If you had this sucker parked out front, dude, that's fighter jet. Like you don't got to explain what that is to anybody.
Yeah.
Dude, it's insane. Like military equipment, like how old it is, but you don't think it's that old. Like when you're looking at it, like Heavy D's Blackhawk, what year is that thing?
I think it was from the 70s.
Yeah, that's insane, bro. You think it's like, you know, a 2012.
Yeah, I guess as far as how it looks, like they did a good job designing it. But dude, for stuff for the military, the biggest thing they have going for it is that it's actually built well. It's built not sparing any quality parts. It's built with people being paid well. Like it's just built well. It's built to last.
With something like that, though, with the Blackhawk, like a lot of the money is in the instruments, and then like those things have to go through so many different like checks and balances before they can even like get off the ground. You got to assume like, you know, if they do that every 5 times that it flies over the last 30 years, not many things are getting overlooked. It's kind of how it is with most planes. Like it really doesn't matter like what year the plane is.
This is so sick. Could you imagine have a jet? Cleet's got to get a jet.
So-
Someone tell Cleet to get a fighter jet.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
That'd be a really good video.
Yeah. I bought a fighter jet.
Yeah.
Well, our buddy that had that fighter jet said that he sold that fighter jet because he kept passing out.
Because he would just like go so hard.
Yeah, and I'm assuming like he was riding passenger, like in the back part of it. If it's like a 2-person, and then maybe you got a more qualified.
Yeah, I think you must fly with somebody else that isn't gonna like is better trained. But
Yeah.
that's the way it made it sound. I was like, "What do you mean you passed out while flying your plane?" And he said, "Well, you have someone else that like, you know, like you probably go into maneuver and you're like, alrighty, when I pass out here, take the controls and don't let us crash." But you imagine how wild that'd be? Just freaking, and then you pass out and then you wake up and you're just flying.
Like, do the guys in the military, do they do like training
Oh,
for that? Or what
fuck
do
yeah,
they
tons
do?
of training.
I doubt
What are
it.
they
No, they just raw dog.
You ever seen it when they get in those little things and it goes in circle?
The
The
G
G
chairs.
tester?
Did they?
Oh,
I knew
yeah,
they do
yeah.
that for astronauts, but I'm assuming do that for fighter jets too.
Yeah, there's like
That's
breathing
gnarly.
techniques and a bunch of stuff. You think they could just throw us in a G chair?
Yeah. Dude, I'd be so fucking
Well-
dizzy.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
If
CJ.
I
Like,
went on
straighten
the
you out.
teacup, if I went on the teacup ride at Disney World, I'd think I'd throw up. I've always been like that since I was a kid. I just can't do spinning.
Yeah.
Roller
That's-
coasters are
that's
fine, but
What-
spinning.
What are the G's of a rocket ship taking off? And then what are the G's for somebody flying a fighter jet? And then what are the G's for somebody launching a 0 to 60 car in like 3 seconds?
And then what are the G's of the teacups at Disney World?
Typical fighter pilot, like a typical fighter pilot can experience like up to 9 Gs.
Okay.
I got rocket launch. about 3 Gs before engine cutoff.
And a Model S Plaid can do 1.3 Gs
That's
launching.
about similar as what a rocket experiences at liftoff.
That's insane.
And then what's a teacup?
Oh, the Rock and Roller Coaster has the highest G-force at Disney World with a positive 5 Gs experience after launch? What?
Oh yeah, CJ, stay off.
Wait,
that
didn't we
one.
go on that one?
The rock and roller coaster? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's
Yeah,
no
we rode it at
fucking way
Steve's.
that it was.
You know,
5.
when we went to Disney World, like the rides were obviously insane, but they didn't seem that insane. Like I was thinking they were gonna feel like more acceleration, but I think just due to driving all the super fast cars we have around here, they were pretty tame.
a little bit. Yeah.
Like I was always like, okay, here we go, and then it was kind of like, oh, okay. I mean, it was fast, but
They say about 1 G
For what,
In a
teacup?
teacup?
in a teacup.
holy shit, that's pretty good, dude.
I feel
See,
like they
that's what I'm
need
saying. That
a
ride's overrated.
they need
Or
a-
underrated.
bigger scale here. You know, we're at 1 G for the teacup, and then we're at 1.3 for the Plaid.
5 Gs is a lot for a
5 Gs
roller
is a
coaster.
lot.
That does not seem
I don't
right.
know if that's
That can't be.
3
That
Gs
can't be
for a-
right.
One I always give respect to is the Top Fuel dragsters.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
got.
yeah, how many
10
Gs is that?
Gs.
Yeah,
5.6
yeah.
Gs at launch.
That roller coaster is not doing 5 Gs. That's insane.
I don't think so.
Yeah, the top fuel dragster is 0 to 300 in
Like
what?
a couple
Yeah,
seconds.
3 seconds or something like that.
You don't even know what happened. You just boom, you're at 300 and you're done.
That's why
I
I,
don't
can't
know how
even
more
imagine
people don't die doing that.
being in it. Like just watching
Safety.
it, it's like dude, done.
We got to go to at Brainerd this year. I really want to see it in person. I've never seen a Top Fuel dragster run. Feel like
I
you gotta-
haven't either,
Dude,
I haven't
up
either.
until like a year ago, I didn't even know that was possible to go 0 to 300 in a vehicle. Period.
John
let
Force,
let
brother.
alone like 3 seconds, 4
Fastest
seconds.
man on earth.
And how long is that runway?
8th mile.
And how do these
Usually
brakes
for
not
those.
freaking explode?
Parachutes.
What happens when the parachute
Like,
starts?
damn, these guys
They
thought of
crash.
everything. They have a second parachute.
And if the second one doesn't work,
I don't know.
They
actually.
die.
what's
Then
the
you're
what's the
dead.
thing in skydiving? You pack your first parachute in 10 minutes and your second one in 2 hours or something like
Yeah,
that.
something like
Reserve
that, yeah.
parachute. Google is broken.
Holy
Okay.
shit, we've broken
We
Google
broke
today.
Google.
It doesn't want to give me Top Fuel dragster facts.
Just it says no results found.
Server error.
You know what's funny? I was reading this about AI. Learned today that you can type any nonsense into Google followed by meaning, and AI will assume you're searching for a well-known human phrase and frantically come up with what it thinks it could mean. So in this case, they Googled 2 dry frogs is a situation meaning. And then it just has an AI overview. The saying 2 dry frogs is a situation is a metaphorical expression often used to describe an awkward or difficult social situation. It's a playful way of saying that a group of people, particularly 2, are in a precarious or uncomfortable predicament.
But that's
Just straight up
made
made
up?
it up.
That sounds very accurate.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if 2 people are having a really awkward conversation, it's like, dude, it's like 2 dry frogs over there trying to chat it out.
The
ChatGPT.
phrase "not every insect has a mortgage" is a humorous way of stating that not everything is as simple or as complex as it may seem.
Yeah, that
Not
one's
every
pretty bad.
insect has a mortgage.
Okay, where are we going with this?
That AI isn't a reliable narrator for reviewing information.
You're right. I do find it incredibly handy, like for number stuff. You know, like top fuel dragsters can reach 300 miles per hour in under 4 seconds. Some records even show faster times. 0 to 300 in just 3 seconds. 0 to 60 miles per hour in 0.4 seconds.
Well, I know where we're going with this. We're going to CboysTV.com.
Yes, we are.
You're gonna
You
buy
can't-
some T-shirts.
don't
Every
miss it. It's on
$5
the
will
side
get
of
you
the-
entry.
It's on the side of the blimp. Don't miss it.
Yeah, if this merch drop goes well, we should buy a blimp.
I'm not on board for that.
Really?
Believe it or not.
I
The
think you
one
still
thing
gotta
money.
get that helicopter, Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah, this merch drop's got to go really well so we can buy a blimp and a helicopter.
We still need a well over at the dirt bike track.
No, it's got to wait, Mike.
Mike's down for a lot of stuff, but
I
blimp
guess
is
not
where he
blimp.
draws the line. I never
Really,
thought
Mike?
I'd see that.
I figured there'd be a couple no's, but not from you.
I know. But yeah, go check out all the merch. New giveaways live. Subscribe if you haven't. Appreciate you guys listening, commenting, and see you next week.
Peace.
Peace.
Ken, I'm happy that you're on the podcast with us right now because I want to talk about your lack of touch with your pranks.
Oh,
With lack of touch, I want to say damn near no touch.
I'd say no touch at all.
no touch at all,
Well,
Ken.
are you mad because you didn't like it?
Okay, so if you guys saw the video where we put the toilet in Ken's office and then we had like the poop spray and we sprayed it in the toilet. Well, we showed us reacting to how bad it smelled, but what we didn't show on the video was it smells so bad, we felt like he was going to get so mad because it smells so bad. So we took the toilet out, rinsed it out, and started completely fresh because we were like, this is like almost a criminal act having this toilet smell this bad in his office, right? We do it. Ken didn't even notice that it smelled bad. And then after we did it,
normal in there for him.
It didn't. It smelled off. It didn't smell nearly as bad as that spray smells.
Okay, so fast forward, I throw the spray away because I'm like, this is
had to get rid of
this
him.
is a lethal weapon, and I don't feel comfortable having it in the vicinity of myself. I know myself, and I don't think I could handle having that around. You know, if I get the urge to mess with somebody. And 2, I just didn't want it to get into the wrong person's hands.
It got in the wrong person's hands.
Well, I threw it away. You must have ordered another one.
I Amazoned another one.
You ordered another
You
one?
see, if
It's
Ben
$8.
I know, but like it was the point. Like you went out and like you're like, I have to get them back with this spray again.
So Ken,
Oh no, I just thought it'd be funny to do.
if Ben and I say something is so bad that you need to like throw these away, this is not a prank. This is not to be joked with. This will ruin an entire room. We're gonna have to put new drywall, carpet, floor, everything. The whole room's got to be scrapped. You know it's bad.
Yeah. So fast forward to last night, Saturday evening. We're all hanging out in our living room or in the shop, and we're all sitting on the couch and everything. And I go, Evan, you just shit your pants?
Well, Evan's been ripping these sewer farts.
That's what it is, dude.
Lethal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something's
Can
wrong
I-
with Evan's.
The inside.
Yeah. So I knew, Evan, there's
Basically
only one
any
person
fart.
that could smell this bad ripping ass like that, right? Evan's on the other side of the shop, and I'm like, dude, you're clearing out the entire shop here. And he was guilty at that point.
he was
He
ripping
was
ass.
he was
just on the
ripping
other
ass.
side
He
of
was
the
on the
shop.
other side, and he was like, I can't help it. And I go outside.
Dude, I couldn't believe it was like he was clearing shop.
With the door open.
He quite literally was clearing shop. Fast forward about 5 more minutes, right? Now I'm mad. Now I'm mad.
I told him get out of the
I
shop.
storm back over. I go, Evan, just put your ass outside, dude. And he goes, okay, that one wasn't me. That one wasn't me, and I will not be falsely accused of ripping ass. He was like, I claim it. You know I claim it. That's not me. And I go, well, then who was it?
And then the
And then
PTSD kicked in.
And then it hits, and I'm like, there's only one thing that second to Evan's ass that smells that bad. I go, fart spray.
And you knew it was Ken.
I knew it was Ken
walking around
immediately. Yeah, so then Ken is like, and I could see it in the front pouch of his
Pacing.
sweatshirt. Yeah. So then he pulls it out and he's like threatening to like pepper spray me. And I'm like, don't. That's not even funny.
Not a toy.
This is not a toy to be messed with. And then I realized I thought it was just a prank on me, not a camera in sight. Ken was just spraying that thing to clear the entire shop
Well,
out.
he was
we
going
had
to
like
spray it
20
in your
people
car.
over.
And
If
that's
you-
when we were like, dude, you can't be doing that.
So
That's
have-
going to total his vehicle.
Have you
it
ever
would have been a salvage after that.
Have you ever noticed how right before Evan farts and it stinks really bad, there's like a glass crunching sound?
No.
Okay, well, Evan also has smelly fart prank stuff.
You better
Wow,
get
you
rid of
just
that, too.
sold out Evan right here without him to defend?
Wait, what?
Yeah, he's got these little things where you put them on the ground, you put it behind your heel, and you crunch it, and then it smells. That's the rotten egg sewer smell.
Are you serious?
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
No.
The sewer smell is him ripping.
No, I'm
No,
pretty sure
it
that's
is.
him.
It is a prank thing. Like he has a whole
why would
box
Evan-
of them.
Why would he do that and not claim that?
Can you go grab it right now and show me?
I don't know where he hides them, but I know like if you look outside the door, there was like he farted again, and he like crunched this thing, and then there's a little wet spot on the concrete, and it was like, okay, he did it again.
I don't know what to believe
Dude,
anymore,
I thought he like shit on the ground at one point. I was like, what is that?
Ken, I think you got some on my clothes or my shoes or something like that.
I smelled it all night.
Yeah, it followed me around all night.
Oh, because I sprayed it right behind you. I sprayed it right behind CJ, and
No wonder I smelled
it took,
like
That
all
makes
night.
so much
It took
more
a
sense.
solid half hour before you noticed it.
half hour.
Half hour.
Once I noticed it though, I was like, that's not a fart. That's fart spray.
Ken, did you get that on any kind of like the pool table or the furniture or anything like that will stay, basically?
I mean, it's concrete. It'll go. You just
Yeah,
get it
but
wet,
where were you pointing it?
like towards, like in line with the furniture, but not on the towards the furniture.
I would say that's the equivalent of mace spray.
Yeah, it's bad.
So if we
Clearing
could just
a room
get
out.
one big wet wipe and wipe everything down in this building,
It doesn't
should
need
be
it.
fine.
Well, that makes so much more sense now because I was in the hot tub at that point because I'd found some ticks on myself from riding dirt bike and I was tweaking. So I had to go soak in the hot tub to kill them all. And I'm talking to Tint
I don't know if that's how
inside-
that works. Does it?
I don't know. And
Drown them out?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the chlorine. So I'm talking to Tint through, like, from outside in inside, and he's by the pool table, and Ken walks up and just shuts the door, like on me and Tint having a conversation. And I was like, what?
Oh,
and
I didn't even.
now you're trying to fumigate everybody out. That's why it was.
Nice choice of words.
I didn't even notice that you guys were talking, but
Yeah, that's what. And I was like, Ken, what the heck? Because you just shut it like in the middle of our conversation, then walked away.
I didn't even notice. Sorry.
Anyway, enough about farts.
I think the real thing though, it just goes back to touch. I mean, Ken doesn't have that touch, but you're working on it, and I like that. I can admire it.
I can appreciate
And
it.
I
You got to
appreciate
do. You got to do a few dry runs. There's
Yeah.
going to be a few
I
failures along the
appreciate
way,
it, Ken.
but
you were doing it just for the hell of it too, and that's what really is a prank.
I've got more stuff on the way. So
Really?
don't worry.
Fuck, dude, I love that. Good for you,
It is good.
Ben.
to
You
see
better sleep with one eye open.
You better actually.
Yeah, he's gonna mace one of them.
If you're gonna do it, at least do it on camera.
Well, we're
Like,
getting.
I'm not messing with you,
gotta
just for the
fill me
hell
in,
of it.
so that way I can make
We're
it work.
doing some dry runs before we do it for real.
Gotta respect that. He's,
That's
he's practicing.
That's fine. Honestly, if you're doing them for the hell of the bit, I'm okay with it. But if you're just doing it just to clear out a room of people enjoying their life together,
Having a good night.
that's where I draw the line of
No
just
cameras, nothing.
that's too far. And Mike's over here like, really? I don't think you can say that's too far. And I go, my pranks do not affect a group of people. The only thing they affect is one person, and they benefit. They benefit the
world.
whole group and the world.
all at
Family-wise.
Ken's expense.
All at my expense.
Oh,
Every time.
It's a light gag. It's not serious. Some of them.
well, Ken's fucking locked and loaded now, so you better.
Watch out.
So last night we had all our friends over and we were just hanging out. Literally, like it was very chill, playing pool. The boys were riding pit bikes on our land for like an hour or so before, but nothing crazy on our own land. And apparently some kids got that we don't even know. We're on big bikes and they were out on the road just mobbing, like doing very high speeds, doing wheelies, apparently causing trouble because they got called in. A state trooper that lives near us comes pulling into our shop.
And we're like, oh no.
I'm like,
we were like, what do we do? And then we're like,
Well, then
wait,
we're like,
nothing
wait, we
today.
haven't done anything.
I'm like, I haven't done. So I was genuinely curious. Like I saw him pull in, and I was watching on the camera, and then he just kind of turned around and started slowly leaving. So I like walked out. I was like, "What is everything good? Like, what's going on here?" He was like, "I'm looking for 2 red dirt bikes. Somebody out here on the road doing high speeds, causing trouble, and they're on 2 red dirt bikes with numbers on the plate." And I turn and look, and Kevin and Luke, our 2 buddies, were here, and they had 2 red dirt bikes sitting in the back of their trucks
Right in
with
front
number
of us.
plates on them.
Right in front of us.
I just turned around, I'm like, okay, well, it's not us.
and it wasn't them. No,
It wasn't
It
them
wasn't.
either. It wasn't.
Completely
but I'm
different
sure
people.
It looked
But
like
yeah, and we're-
these guys. It was totally these guys.
and we're both standing there just like, haven't seen them. And
Yeah,
he's
he's like,
literally
they haven't-
looking at
they
us in the
haven't
eyes
stopped
and
by
then
or
looking
anything?
over.
They
You
haven't
should have
stopped
been
by or
like, go
anything?
feel the bike. Like they're cold. Like, you
Honestly, I didn't even think
yeah.
of it at the time.
Yeah. Well, I don't
But-
think he was necessarily accusing us, so it wasn't necessary. But I felt pretty stupid because I'm sure he was just like, yeah, sure,
Yeah.
in his head. But also at the same time, I truly didn't know who it was, but I'm also not a rat. So I wasn't going to narc on anybody.
We could get blamed for anything at this point. We
Yeah.
do. No, let me rephrase that. We get blamed for everything at this point.
I think
when
I found-
people do things in the area and then they're just like fucking Cboys.
I think I found out who it was too. Just like a kid. He rode over today, him and his buddy. He was on his red dirt bike, big bike, and his buddy was on his four-wheeler, and he pulled him and said, hey, what up? You know, you want to hang? I was like, no, we're going to put jet skis in right now, but, you know. And
Yeah.
I told him, I was like, were you out riding yesterday? He goes, yeah, I just got this bike yesterday. I was like, dude, I think
I was
the
like, oh,
state
boy.
troopers were looking for you. And he was like,
that
"What,
thing's
really?
hot. That thing's hot.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I don't know. You better cool it on the roads.
Or at least just stay
Stay away
out
from
of
us,
this
dude.
vicinity.
Yeah. We're very careful about how we do things, which doesn't normally translate to the video, but we're pretty calculated. We would never do anything that's going to disturb someone.
Right.
And just to clear the air, because I think some people think we just don't give a fuck, but we
Out
actually
here,
do
hell
give a
risen.
fuck. Like I don't want to ruin someone's day or cause any trouble.
Or like trespass or rip past their house when they're like
Yeah, no.
outside or like kids outside.
And like I don't drive recklessly around other people or anything like that. I really don't drive recklessly at all. But yeah, so Ken's
making a little face.
Do you want to talk about what Alex told you today?
She told me to slow down, but I wasn't fucking speeding around cars like putting other people.
You're only doing 45 down our neighborhood road.
It was in kilometers, Ken.
You just drive fast.
Ken, are you trying
CJ.
to incriminate him?
No, but I'm just saying that it's not exactly entirely true.
It's in
Fair enough.
kilometers.
It is not in kilometers.
Yeah, you do kind of drive
A little quick.
a little.
Yeah, but in the right
Quick.
situations, I'm not like zigging around people and causing trouble.
Well, no, but I mean also like speeding. Like there's times to
There's
like,
times
when
when
you,
you can speed
when you
and
have like
if
blood
there's
loss.
a straight fucking road with no one in sight, you can go 10 miles over the speed limit.
My
about,
thing
like,
is then
25,
if I
30.
do speed, I'm just in like the mindset of just always speeding, so I just never speed.
The problem is like I used to speed driving to Fargo a lot, but it makes the drive feel longer because the whole time you're tweaking out if the next hill a cop's going to come over. Just set the cruise at 59, 4 over. There's a little grace period in there, and you just cruise.
That's the hardest part. I sound like such a little bitch saying this, but my Lambo doesn't have cruise
That's
control.
rough.
And I'm so used to having cruise control. I don't even want to say this.
Dude,
or
I'm
like,
so sorry,
I sound
man.
like no. I'm not. I'm just saying I don't have cruise control, and I'm so used to having cruise control, so I have to like consciously be like, okay, all right in the pocket here, 60 to 55, and then I'll catch myself going like 52. And then look back and there's like a bunch of cars behind me and they probably think I'm just like that asshole, just like leisurely drive. You know, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get this back up.
Ken could never own a Lambo. He's got his whole life on autopilot.
Yeah, seriously.
True.
Checking Reddit, get that thing on autopilot, and then Ken just has like a paper clip with like a little weight hanging on it, so he thinks that his hand is on it, and then he'll just scroll Reddit for the next 45
It's the worst thing
minutes.
about living around here is autopilot doesn't work on 90% of my drive because there's no lane markings.
You poor thing.
Wait, what?
Don't you feel sorry for both these two on
I
the
do.
side of the
oh
table,
my
Ryan?
gosh.
I know.
God, dude, you guys really just...
We should start a GoFundMe
Yeah.
to help them out.
Do you want some
Fuck
money?
you
Would that
guys.
help? Like, I feel so sorry for both of you.
I'm not complaining. I'm not saying poor me. I'm just saying this is my situation. Not even a situation, that this is what I do.
This is what I deal
This,
with.
this is Ben's little soapbox right here.
So, actually, the video would have been out by now. So, we've turned into jet ski guys.
I've wanted-
we're
I've
full-blown jet ski guys now.
Welcome to the club. You're
I've
about,
dreamed of this
You guys
moment
have been-
since I was a kid.
you're about 10
dude.
years late.
Yeah.
Ken and I, that's when we became best friends. Neither of us had license, and we'd just meet up. I don't know. We'd like Facebook message each other and be like, meet you at the beach at 10:30, and we'd jet ski all day.
I
And
always thought Ryan was just the luckiest kid in the world because he had a jet ski. I was so jealous, dude. And then, first time I ever met Ken,
this is a funny
they
story.
pull up to the dock, and me and CJ are standing down there, and
I ask if I can ride.
CJ goes, "Hey, Ryan, can I ride your jet ski?" And Ryan's like, "Of course, man.
Just met.
Just
Nice
met."
guy.
Yep. And I go, "Hey, Grant, can I ride your jet ski?" And Grant goes, "Yeah, I don't think so."
And Ken had a shittier jet ski than Ryan.
Yeah. And I was like, okay. And then we just stood there just awkwardly
just sit there.
until CJ and Ryan got back.
I came back, and then Ryan let you ride his.
Ben, you're also like probably 10,
But
maybe
Ken,
at
that
that
was
point.
so on brand for you.
I wasn't that young.
At least you haven't changed.
Still, though, it's a jet ski. What are you worried about?
I mean, to be
Ken
fair,
got-
you did look like a child, and you were a child at
You
that
literally
point.
were a child.
So you could have crashed, but it was a risk I was willing to take.
I appreciate that, Ryan.
And
I
it
do
started a
appreciate
lifelong
that.
friendship.
Exactly.
And a business and everything.
So
Look
funny.
at how much stuff came from it.
Hasn't changed one bit, though. That's so funny. I always wanted a jet ski. Never had one. growing up, and I always thought it was the coolest thing when I get to ride like Ryan's jet skis or like any of our other friends.
It's not fun riding someone else's jet ski though.
But then you're taking it from your friend, and then you're just mobbing around.
You're also
after
using
a little
their
bit.
gas. You feel very limited. You're like, oh, I've been on it for like 10 minutes. I better go put it back because I don't want to like just burn through a tank of gas. And also, I don't know.
Yeah.
If it's not yours, it's not fun, in my opinion.
It was always a treat. Like riding somebody's jet ski was always just a treat, and I always look forward to it. Now, got my own jet ski.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Kind of one of those
It's
made it moments.
pretty funny to me because you were talking that you were going to sell this jet ski right away before we had them because we got a good deal on them.
Well,
so he was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna flip it, make a couple grand, whatever." Ben rides it for 2 minutes. He's like, "Yeah, I'm keeping this. Can I put this at your house, CJ?"
Well, the thing is, I didn't know where I was gonna put it, and you guys all got like your places and everything. So I was like, well, if I have a jet ski, then I gotta keep
I'm
it at
happy
one of the
you're
boys'
keeping
place.
it. You can keep it at our place and come over and ride it.
I
We
will.
can all ride it together. It's fucking fun.
That's
dude.
the best part.
Ken and I were riding this earlier. It's freezing out. We were the first people on the lake, and we're on jet skis. Normally you fish. Well, I guess there was a couple
There was a
fishing
couple
boats,
fishermen out there.
but we were
Mobbing
just
around.
Ken and I.
They're like, "God
we had
damn, they're
sweatshirts
back."
on. Yeah, it was so fun, dude.
People hate jet skis.
The ice has
Something
been
about
on.
jet skis.
Jet skis are like so disproportionate. The person on it is having so much fun every time you jump it, and it makes the noise, and you're splashing around. And every single person, even myself, if there's a jet ski like playing around in front of my house for too long, I'm like, God damn, that's annoying. And then like I'm totally fine hopping on mine and doing the same thing.
I was like kind of a little bit slightly different from your situation. I always wanted one when I was a kid. Dreamed of it. I always wanted one. And then like I got older and I was like, I don't really want a jet ski. Like, I mean, what would I do with it? You know, you just ride it around. And then we got them and I love it. I'm a jet ski guy. Like I might put it in my Instagram bio, jet ski enthusiast.
Yeah, you should. Ryan, I get why you love jet skis so much, and you've always loved jet skis.
It makes sense, dude. You guys are coming around.
It makes sense why jet ski Ryan loves jet skis
It's true.
Man, that
They're
guy's
fun.
got it all down there.
from Shadow 6 Racing. He loves jet
Who's going to
skis.
give CJ free PRP?
Yeah, I need hair.
CJ's
Someone
gotta-
help me.
CJ's got to take like a once a month trip down to Miami.
Sounds
That sounds
pretty nice.
pretty nice. Yeah,
It does.
I'll do that.
So,
Fuck, I'll start paying for PRP. I'll just go.
CJ, your Dollar General girl. I was at the bar a couple weeks ago
Oh, boy.
getting some food, and she's just comes up to me, starts chatting. She's had a few too many, and then she just starts munching on my food. And I was like,
I thought that was going somewhere
I thought you were
else.
gonna say something else. Much.
and I was like, whoa, this is the first, maybe second time I've ever met you, and you're just eating my food in front of me. This is a
What?
little too far.
She must not know anything about you, Ken, because you do not like sharing.
wait, was she eating your fries or like your full-on
Take a bite
burger?
of the burger.
So like I like my food had just come out, and she starts immediately munching on my fries. And
I follow your food over there.
What'd you do?
I was just like, this is fucking awkward, and I don't want to like offend you or do anything weird. So it's just like, okay. And then I kind of like just
start
casually,
slapping her hand?
I casually like start scooting it further and further away, and she just keeps getting closer and closer. I was like, Jesus Christ, she's like on top of me. I'm like, this is so fucking uncomfortable.
You like being on top normally.
And so unconfrontational, based on the last story.
Yeah, I am. I'm very unconfrontational, but it's just like, Tej, you got to rein in your girl over there.
Wait, why is she my girl? Just
How did
'cause
that-
I fuck
how-
with the Dollar General or what?
How'd that end?
She eventually, her
She
boy
got
or
full.
somebody came and picked her up, basically.
Were you by yourself?
Yeah. And then like Ben was there and one other
I
person.
like her.
but-
She's a sweet lady. If she came over to me, I would give her my fries and not have a single problem about it. One time I went in there and she gave me printing paper. So
I'm very appreciative of that.
And it was for you, Ken.
It was for me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you deserve to give her your fries.
Yeah, Ken. Maybe she knows that you're in debt to her.
For $3 in paper.
She's gonna get every penny out of you.
How many dollars in fries did she eat? I mean, come on.
Doesn't matter. But it was just extremely uncomfortable.
So our friend Blake lives basically on the road. Like his house is like right at the end of this intersection.
it's like imagine a T in the road. So you're coming.
Yeah,
down the-
intersection.
Oh,
A T intersection
Or a
is
T
the
just
key.
say
intersection.
a T
Yeah,
because
yeah,
there's not a road that keeps going. So you're driving, you either have to go left or right, but you need to come to a stop because it's a complete 90-degree turn.
And then Blake's house is like there.
And you're going 60 miles an hour and you need to just stop.
Using your brakes.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you're not paying attention, though, you go from 60 to I need to stop right now.
And then
And I've always said it for years. I said I would never live in that house because I don't think I'd sleep at night. Some drunk person would just drive through my fucking house while I'm sleeping.
well, you can guess what happened. Some drunk person drove into Blake's house.
Yeah, drove right through the motherfucker. Well, not through, more
Parks-
into it.
Parks in his house, gets out and goes,
This is the best part.
"Can I take a shit in your bathroom?"
Yeah, took a shit in his bathroom.
Did he say yes? He did, man.
Well,
What a
no,
nice
he didn't
guy.
say yes.
No. Just
She
goes,
just-
"Yeah,
I think she
you
just
can use
went.
my bathroom."
Oh,
No.
and then she took a shit.
Yeah, and then
and
she
it stunk super bad. Stunk
I'm
super
sure
bad.
it literally scared the shit out of her, dude. So
she
I think she was
fucked up
driving
his house?
along all messed up, and then with one eye open, and then boom, she's in somebody's house.
It was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It wasn't even that late.
Oh, really?
Parked in his living room and then fucked up his bathroom.
That's what you call a double threat.
Well, she was all drunk, I guess. I don't know. The cops came and she got Dewey.
Man, can you imagine? There's
It's
a
just
car
funnier that
parked
it's a
in your
girl
living room,
to
and
me.
then the chick just destroys your bathroom.
I don't know why. I think it's just funnier that it's a girl. Like, I'm envisioning a girl just fucking up your bathroom with, like, taking a shit. Like I
And
mean,
then like
it smells
standing
so bad, I guess.
standing on like the toilet trying to open a window to
get
like
out
a,
of there?
like a draft going.
What a fucking situation. I can't believe she couldn't hold it.
Well, she
Like,
knew
out
she
of
was going to
everything
jail.
going on,
seriously.
She knew she was going to jail.
Fuck.
She had to get one last good shit in.
That's
How
crazy.
bad do you have to dump to put yourself in that position?
That's why she drove into the house.
Maybe she was in,
like,
maybe
I
she was
gotta
in
get
a
to a
rush
bathroom.
home.
Mike goes, "That's why she drove into the house."
She was just trying to get directly to the bathroom.
What's like the worst spot you've ever had to take a dump?
I'd say probably just like a porta potty, like
Oh, God.
a porta potty that's been used.
Porta
you know,
dump.
like back in the early days of heydays,
Ooh.
before we could afford to stay in like a hotel, or I mean, we probably could afford it, but we just didn't want to spend our money doing that type of stuff. So we'd rough it. Like we'd sleep in a trailer, and not even like a trailer home. It was just a trailer, like
Their snowmobile trailer.
a storage trailer. So we'd all sleep in that, and it was super hot and it sucked, but we made it work. You know, we'd be there for 3 days, so obviously you're gonna have to take a shit, and there's only porta potties there. Those porta potties, I'd always try to shit before, you know, they get used. Well, if it's like the second to last day or the last day, it's gonna
things
be
are
a
blown out.
bad,
It's a bad one.
deal. And I take long shits. Like, I mean, I do probably like 15 to 20 minute dump a day, I would say, and it's like my sacred time. Like I sit there,
It's relaxing.
I watch a YouTube video, or maybe I catch up on Instagram or whatever, you know. It's just like, it's my time. You calm down and you do your thing. Pooping in there, it's an in and out type of thing. It smells terrible and it's just disgusting. There's piss all over the floor, piss all over the seat. You're trying to wipe it off. It's just,
What about airplanes?
dude. Remember that one time we were going to Vegas, Ken, and I had to take a shit, and I was like, you and I were sitting next to each other, and I went in the bathroom, and I started taking a shit, and I was like, dude, I should just stay in here until we land. And then I came out because it was like fucking 30 minutes at that point, and I told you, I was like, dude, how funny would it have been if I like stayed in there until we landed? You just go, that would not have been funny. We wouldn't have
No,
landed.
because then they abort the landing. And then you're
No,
stuck.
they wouldn't, dude. How the fuck would they be like, he's in the toilet taking a dump. We can't land. They
Circle
would have landed that
around.
bitch.
That's-
They would
that's-
have landed that bitch. I
That's-
guarantee it.
That's part of the flight attendants' checks is they have to go through the bathrooms, make sure nobody's in there, and then they can like give the
They
clear
could
to
have
land.
totally landed.
So they
that
would have
shit.
just asked you probably to exit the
Like
bathroom.
please, like they can't take
Pinch
off.
her off.
What if you just
I just go, just
couldn't?
take another lap around. It's gonna be a little bit. They'd be like, what?
Can't
Imagine you do that on a plane. You lock yourself in the bathroom,
24 hours
and you just
challenge
keep
on a
saying,
plane?
There's
I have
ways
to
to
take
get
a
in
shit.
there.
Yeah, but like you're just like, dude, I'm taking a
forcibly
shit. Like you got your pants down when they bust in, and you're just like, I'm sorry, I can't get up. What do you do if you're that flight attendant and you're that pilot? You're like, do we just drag him by his pants out the bathroom and put him in his seat?
I'd imagine.
Can
I
you
don't think
imagine,
so.
dude? We're all in
You get
like
your
our
pants down, they
movies.
probably like just take another lap.
I
whatever.
can imagine the headline.
One more lap.
YouTuber arrested after refusing to get out of the bathroom.
The Life Wide Open podcast is sponsored by Manscaped, the global leaders in men's below-the-waist grooming. We have an exclusive offer for you guys. Use the code WIDEOPEN to get 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com. Join the movement and the other 4 million men who trust Manscaped. April is National Testicular Cancer Awareness Month, which is why we wanted to take a second to talk about men's health issues that are important to us. Did you know that one guy every hour, every single day is diagnosed with testicular cancer? So this is a reminder to all the men listening to take some time and play with your balls. In addition to providing the right tools and solutions for safe and easy manscaping, Manscaped has partnered with the Testicular Cancer Society to spread awareness for men's health and early cancer detection. Together, TCS and Manscaped are committed to raising awareness for the most common form of cancer in men 18 to 35 and giving support for fighters, survivors, and families impacted by testicular cancer as a part of the We Save Balls initiative. In addition to checking yourself regularly, we want to make sure your sack is looking fresh and smelling clean with the Manscaped Perfect Package 4.0. Inside the Perfect Package, you'll find products and liquid formulations that have been developed to turn your bathroom into a salon for your balls. Manscaped's liquid formulations use only the best ingredients. Some of these tools include the Crop Preserver, an anti-chafing deodorant for your balls, as well as the Crop Reviver, spray-on ball toner and refresher. The Perfect Package 4.0 also includes anti-chafing performance boxers that keep your package cool and feeling fresh. Everyone loves when their package is looking and smelling clean, but please make sure it's healthy too and check for lumps, changes in size, or any pain. Join the Manscaped movement and start taking care of your balls today and get 20% off plus free shipping with code WIDEOPEN at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with code WIDEOPEN at manscaped.com. Your balls will thank you. Back to the podcast. My friend Brad always said, if you have to take a dump in a bar, you didn't plan your day well enough.
That's so true.
And I live by that. If you're going to be busy the rest of the day, just get your stuff in order.
If I ever can't, like I'm constipated or like I can't poop, what I do is I go to Caribou Coffee, okay, and I'll get a crafted press with an extra shot of espresso.
That clears out the system.
No milk, almond milk though. And then I go to the gym and I'll start running.
Man, you got a full
Holy
routine.
crap.
Normally it gets out of you before, like once you get to the gym, you're like, holy shit, you take a dump.
That's why CJ only runs half a mile. It's as far as he can make it before he starts leaking.
But if not, you just run. And I remember one time our buddy, I can't say his name, but he's a sheriff. He was like, dude, if you ever constipated, you just got to go for a run. That's what you do with dogs because he is the canine dog. He's like, if your dog's ever constipated, just go run him and he'll poop.
Really?
And so true because it gets your, I don't know, it works though. I'm dead ass serious.
Makes sense.
So if you're constipated sitting at home, forget the Raisin Bran. Just go get a coffee and go for a run.
Go for a run.
Raisin
Gets
Bran?
you all warmed up to run straight to the bathroom.
Yeah, Raisin Bran. One time when I was like really little, I don't want to say little, I was probably 7th grade. I was constipated and I literally went as far to go to the nurse in the school because it's like I just don't feel right.
What'd they tell you?
She was like, what are you doing? I was like, my mom made these like
enchiladas.
my mom made these fiber muffins like with high fiber.
Okay, this is the last thing.
Bran muffins, that's what it was.
This is the last thing we're going to talk about on poop. But did you see Cody Cam's Instagram reel? So he was riding with his kid and his kid in his pants while he was riding.
Oh
What?
my god.
Oh,
What happened on
What
this
the
drive?
fuck? That kid is old, dude. He can't be pooping his
Bro,
pants.
move.
Still wearing like
Dude, that kid just got exposed.
how do you?
I mean,
That's hilarious, bro. Look at the kid's face. He's like, what? Dude. Oh my God. That's hilarious. So bad.
Poor guy.
Oh.
Oh,
That's got to smell.
damn.
Siege,
The dude's like, what?
Siege, you did it. You made it to crisp and green.
Yeah,
for
I
the
did it.
fourth week in a
I
row.
did.
Yeah, dude,
You
I'm
actually
happy.
you want to hear
And
something?
they should start paying
Did they
us.
celebrate when you walked in?
Well, get this. Get this.
They
I
go,
knew-
"A
I knew
regular."
something was going to fucking happen. I knew it.
Did you get a punch card?
I walked in too late, though, where like it was towards the middle of the afternoon. They probably just got done with their rush. And I think they were kind of in a slightly bad mood. But that didn't change too much. Anyway, so I get my typical bowl, salad bowl. And when I'm checking out, paying, the lady goes, hey, what's your name? I just go,
No.
yeah,
No.
dead ass. I said CJ.
What if you just gave him a fake name?
I thought about saying Steve, but I was like, fuck. I don't really want to be known as Steve around here.
That had to have felt so good.
They were like, you come in here a lot.
They did.
Well, actually,
Did they say that?
you come in here every Friday. I said, they didn't say that, but that's what they're thinking.
It's so funny.
CJ hits him with the old snap finger guns.
CJ breaks down and starts crying. Be like, you have no idea how much you guys mean to me.
I did say that. I said,
I just went on my podcast and talked about you guys for 15
I didn't
minutes.
say that. I just said, I said, yep, 4 Fridays in a row. And then she was kind of like looking at me and like didn't say much. And then I said, but then I made it better by just going, well, I was telling my friends that I'd be a regular here if I came today, so that's why I had to come here. I went out of my way for this. And she just goes,
And then she goes, "What's your name, by the way?"
No, she said that first.
No. CJ. And then, nice. CJ walks away feeling all good about himself. And she goes, "Okay, definitely like keep an eye out for that guy because something's off."
it'd have been funnier if she was like, sweet, all right, we'll put that on the order.
She has her friend take a picture of you. Hey, this guy isn't allowed here anymore.
We'll put
She
that on
was
the order.
asking for what the name was on the order.
What's your name?
He's just like, oh, thanks for asking.
CJ.
They made me feel super excited, and then I just started talking out my ass, and it just made it awkward. I was just like, yeah, just saying too much. I actually have quite a bit to say about that.
Okay. No, continue.
Dude, yeah, so last night I was at the bar, and we were there with our friends and other locals and whatever, and this happens to me all the time. It's just some dude, and he's like telling me some shit. And I'm like, in my head, I'm just like, why the fuck are you telling me this? What does this have to do with me? Or how is this supposed to be even interesting to me?
What was he telling you?
They'll just start talking about themselves.
About his
for
kids.
example. I don't know.
And how am I supposed to be interested in anything you're saying right
But
now?
realistically,
Yeah, my kid just turned 3.
and I thought to
CJ
myself,
just goes, oh, that sucks.
I thought to myself, I walked out of that
Sorry,
place
man.
after this guy was wasting my time telling me the story. I was just trying to get the hell out of there. And I was thinking to myself, imagine if I just started, whenever someone starts doing this, I just go, why are you telling me this? Mid-story. They would, like, if someone did that to me, I would be like this. What? And I would literally be like, why the fuck am I telling them this? This isn't applicable to them at all. That's why whenever I talk to somebody, I don't try to waste their time telling them some shit they probably don't care about. It would probably be better for them, too, because then they would be like, yeah,
You're right.
I probably shouldn't fucking...
Talk to somebody?
It's like some people need someone
Like
to
have
talk to.
have a conversation with
I've
somebody?
been going back and forth
What
on
do
it for
you
the past
mean?
day. I've been going back and forth on it the past day. It's like the basic rules of communication. You just
Also,
need to talk
people-
about shit.
People loved your dating advice in the last episode. My favorite comment was, took CJ's dating advice. Now I'm sitting in the county jail.
That was a joke. But there was also kids DMing. There was also kids DMing saying, I took CJ's dating advice, and now I'm going on a date on Saturday and shit like that. I saw a couple of those. I saw, dude, Ryan, you fucking saw. You literally told me the comment.
I know, but they weren't serious.
I read the one to you, and he said, "Now I'm going on a Cinco de Mayo date." So
So I'm talking about.
That was specific.
And he didn't say a single word to her the entire time. He just sat and
That was not
stared
my
at her
advice, bro.
like-
That was not my
Every time
advice.
she got a new drink, he
My
just
advice was
tipped
just
it
not
over.
to fucking like chase like right away at the beginning. But sometimes you do need to chase. You just gotta read the situation, and that's the whole point. So imagine that though. Ben's just telling me some story, and I just go, "Why are you even
telling me this?
Sometimes you just got to smile and
What's
nod
this have
and
to-
not pay
but-
any attention.
Well,
Every time we're ever talking to Ken, ever.
Any conversation.
then I started thinking back on it, reflecting back on it as my day went on today now, and I was like, well, I mean, that's kind of just like one of the basic things of society. Like that's part of just communicating and building friends. You just talk about basically whatever, and it doesn't always have to be super objective and purposeful.
What's your go-to conversation starter?
I never start a conversation with anyone.
Hey, man, what have you been
I
up
just say,
to?
hey,
The worst question ever, dude.
Ever. Yeah, I just saw somebody from college today that I hadn't seen in a while at Hornbacher's. neither of us knew anything about each other's lives, and we had nothing. We couldn't even come up with a good question to ask each other.
I love it when
Wow.
you're just smiling and just
And you
staring at each other.
you're
And
just
you just
right.
go, all right, man. Did you say
And the
have a
worst
good
part
day?
was we were stuck together in line because I was buying flowers for my mom because I am a good son. We were both stuck in line right next to each other, and I was just like,
See, that's when the
Did you
bullshit
resort to anything?
conversations-
yeah, I went, I should probably get my mom a card, and left. Left the line. I literally just left.
Wow.
Ken is like, that is genius.
Ken's like exactly how I would play it. Well played, Ryan.
I'm going to use that one.
Both you two are non-confrontational.
Or
That's
you
why
just-
I was so proud of you for going in there
I'm
and saying
confrontational.
that.
I need to be.
I'd say you avoid it. Tell them
I avoid, yeah, for sure.
no way out.
Ken will avoid until he
Pass,
digs
no way out.
a hole out the other side.
No, I will still bring things up that need to
He's
get
like
brought
a
up,
rat.
but I'm not gonna nitpick at every little thing that comes my way that I need to make a mountain out of.
Okay, I have a story of oversharing. It was when we were at the hotel.
Oversharing. It's just like, and everyone
Not
does
good.
it. I do it. I try not to now. That goes back to me just saying, why are you telling me this? Like, where are you going with this?
So I had a time I did that when we were in Wisconsin getting our truck built. We had just the oddest hotel experience. It was weird.
So strange.
Check-in took forever, and then we just like randomly got assigned to a room. It was this whole mess. The TV said, "Hey, Chad," and then so we get this call, knocks on the door like early in the morning. We're like, "What's going on?" So anyway, they come and they go, "Hey, there was a problem with the internet. You need to come to the front desk." I'm like, there was a problem with the internet? What did I do?
When
I'm
she
like,
said that, I was like, what the fuck were one of you guys searching last night? That's what I was thinking. I'm like, someone's in trouble.
so I like take a shower, get dressed. I'm like, I'm prepared for the day at this point. Who knows
He's
what's
going
going to
to
happen?
jail. He's
Yeah.
gonna be clean.
So I walk up there. All three of the hotel ladies are there, and they go, "Hey, we had a problem with the internet, blah, blah, blah." It goes on. They say that we didn't get checked in. There was this whole debacle. I go, "Okay, great, whatever." So we go through the whole check-in process, and she goes, "Yep, it's just you and the other gentleman in there, right?" And I go, Yep. Figure it doesn't matter. And then she goes, "Okay, here's the key for you two." And I go, "Oh, can I have 3 keys, actually?" And the other one, who hadn't spoken the whole time except for sitting there like this, like looking at me, just goes, "Oh, throwing us for a loop now, are we? Making it interesting."
What?
I'm pretty sure she thought CJ and I were like in there,
Dating.
you know, yeah, like together. And then we were going to have like a third over, which was you. You were hiding.
Yeah.
But anyway, I got a little nervous and rattled in that moment. And so I told her the whole reason we were there. I go, "Oh, no, we're in town actually getting our truck built at Custom Offsets. So like our truck's gone today. That's why we're just staying here."
Because 6 years ago, we started a YouTube channel.
No, I didn't go that deep.
We started filming with iPhones. It's like this whole thing.
I gave her the full spiel.
Oversharing.
Yep, overshared. And all three of them look at me and go, "Okay." And I just went, "Have a good day." Turned around and walked out.
Isn't it the best though when you're oversharing and you catch yourself oversharing, but
Yep.
you can't stop right then and there because you're like, this will only make it more weird. So you got to try to wrap this story up, but it only makes even a little bit more weird. But you're like, let's just wrap this up and fucking end this. Get out of here.
Because then the story made
Yeah.
no sense, even though
And
you
they're
maybe
just like,
tried. And they're
why'd you tell me this?
What? Why'd you tell me this?
Sometimes you just
Exactly
gotta.
my point.
It's the worst when you're drunk and it's just like, I know I'm doing this, but I don't know how to fucking stop.
You know
Some
what?
people don't know though, and that's why I think they need people to say,
Why are you telling
Tell
me
me this. In my opinion,
"I'm just dead in my track." You're like, "Whoa."
I'm gonna get out of here, okay? In my opinion, what's worse than oversharing is assuming. And Mike does this every single time we see somebody.
But he also overshares, so it's a tough balance.
Right, but all right, here's a perfect example because I know he's
One
going
who
to no, I
doesn't know
don't.
he's oversharing too.
Okay, so we ran into this woman that I used to intern at this place and Mike used to work at, and we both knew the receptionist there, and we ran into her at the bar. Haven't seen her in like 5 years. Had no idea what we were up to or anything like that, right?
I hadn't seen her before that, though. You didn't know that.
Okay.
Do you want to hop in, Mike?
Mike, but she's like a 60-year-old lady. She's not in tune with our lives.
She's not checking out
Right?
YouTube.
And she goes, "What are you guys up to?" And Mike goes, "Oh, the giveaway winner's in town for the pit bike. So we're just having them out and grabbing some food." And she's like, "Giveaway winner?" Yeah,
She's so confused.
for the last pit bike. And she's like,
I was there. I could tell the story. There was a little more context to it than that. For the record, she was very confused. And then
She was like,
a couple more sentences in, she just is like, "All right, yeah, you could do giveaways, all right." And then you were like,
why'd you give this kid a pit bike?
"Yeah."
And what the fuck is a pit bike?
Well, that's assuming you're right, and also oversharing in a sense. And then the tough thing is that she overshares as well. Like she talked our ear off, bro.
and then
So
Mike still disagrees on this part, but she goes, and your girlfriend, how is she doing? And Mike's like, yeah, she's good. You know, Ryan's sister. And she was like, who's Ryan? Who's his sister?
Doesn't know Ryan.
definitely
She didn't
think-
work there.
What?
yeah, I
And
definitely
she's
thought
like-
I thought she knew more about our lives than
What?
that.
And she was so confused because then I'm sitting there just like, jeez, dude, just stop.
She had to go back to her table and just be like, I had the weirdest interaction with somebody. I don't even know who they were. I just knew one of them.
That was actually when the time that we got back to the table. I just go, Mike, you gotta stop doing that, bro.
Yeah,
it
but you
makes
act
it
like-
so uncomfortable for all of us.
I don't think it's
All
that
of us.
He didn't
uncomfortable.
mean to. He just
How is it
assumed
that
she
uncomfortable?
knew.
I know.
You guys all say dumb shit.
I know, but
Like,
at least I don't drag you into my dumb conversations. On that one, it was like we were in it together, and I'm just like, oh my
Yeah,
God.
but you don't have
I feel
to be
like
a part
I
of
need
it
to
if
be
you don't
providing
want to.
context in live time, as Mike says it.
You know, that whole thing could have been saved by just saying, why are you telling me this?
Imagine she said that to Mike. Oh, fuck, we would have died.
That would have been
We
great.
would have all died. And Mike would be like,
But it's like
I don't know, I guess. I thought
Yeah.
you were interested.
that's the same vibe as like I think it was on I don't know what videos it was, but Chris D'Elia always does it when someone's doing something weird and just like and he goes, "Why'd you do that?"
Yeah, why?
You know, whenever just someone just does something super stupid, he's like, "Why'd you do that?" And it's the same vibe. Whoa,
The fuck?
we have a bad tendency of fiddling with the mics. It's
People
like a
li-
hard habit to break.
It really is.
I need like a fidget spinner.
Something.
People
yeah.
listening to this podcast, the whole comment section is just going to be, why'd you tell all of us that?
Yeah, the whole
'Cause you aren't-
podcast.
the
Why are you
whole
telling us
podcast.
this?
Why are you telling us that?
Well, because you're listening.
Well, because if we
You
didn't,
chose to listen to this.
we wouldn't have a show.
My finger
Ryan, CJ almost just sliced Ryan's finger off in the mic.
God damn, this thing's fucking falling apart. Dude. What is going on?
It's Sunday night. We're a mess.
What's going on here?
It's fully disconnected.
These mics kind of are confusing.
Yeah.
You gotta be smarter than the mic.
Why is this thing like falling apart?
How many Cboys does it take to change a mic?
I literally have to get tools to fix this.
Hey, how old were you guys when you got facial hair?
25.
Mine was slow, but sure, I guess. When it started coming in, basically, I was stoked, but I couldn't grow a mustache at all.
That's
at all.
right.
And then people were just like, why with the chin strap? And then I'm like, I can't. I don't really like chin straps, but... And then people started calling me Abraham Lincoln, and then the people at Zorba started calling me Gabraham Blinken. And I mean, it didn't last long, luckily, but it was just funny. Yeah, they're like, man, you just got to get that mustache in, Gabraham Blinken. Just some good old fashioned.
So how old were you? Like,
I guess like 19, 18. Like not when I first started, but yeah, 18.
hoping you were gonna give me a better answer than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, probably started shaving for sure. I think I would shave in high school, late like senior year, but it wasn't much. But then I would say like sophomore year, I could probably grow a beard.
Of high school?
No, of college. Sophomore year of college. I don't know, 20.
Damn. So you think I'm just like it's just never gonna happen?
Dude, consider yourself lucky. You got hair. You look young.
I wouldn't mind a good beard though.
It's nice. It hides your face fat.
Oh, you don't
Yeah.
want. I just started like getting to the point where I have to shave every day. Not every day, every like 2-3 days, and it's annoying. Honestly.
It is. For sure. It is really annoying when you have to
But you
try
got
to keep
a
it.
nice beard, Ryan. So do you,
you
Mike,
do.
and Ken. You guys all have really good facial hair.
And I've always felt like Ken's beard's on another level.
Ken's got that
Like,
lumberjack beard.
I've never grown it that long, and I don't know if I could pull it off, but you can.
You just don't shave for a couple days and it's fine.
A couple of days? No, for me to get it that long, it would take me 2 months.
Ryan, yours looks. I can't even imagine what you'd look like without a beard at this
Bad, dude. Olander keeps
point. You've had a
wanting
beard
me to
for
shave.
a long time now.
I have. I didn't think I'd really had it for
but
that long.
It's not long though. It's just
No, yeah.
always been the same length.
I shaved it The last time I shaved it was like 2 years ago in Florida. And I was like, this needs to grow back fast.
It's crazy how fast it grows back, yet I'm like, I'd say I'm scared to shave it off. I think I'm going to look ugly and stupid.
Wait, didn't you guys shave for...
I have not. Oh, I guess
For
the
the-
closest I got was I still left some behind for the Brett Turcotte.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You still
I
left
did.
some stubble,
I left
though.
some behind because I'm saying I can't. I'm scared to bick it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
grew
would,
back
though.
really quick.
Yeah. No, I've already... and then I did I?
So how
Oh, yeah, you've trimmed that
I-
for sure. For
how
sure.
often do you guys shave then?
This part of my neck, so I don't have a neck beard, like every 2-3 days. And then I probably trim it back every week at least.
Yeah, I'm pretty bad about it in general, but I'd say every 2 weeks.
Don't fidget with it. Do not fidget with it, and we'll fix it.
Okay, Dad.
Everybody
we're
give a
back.
round of applause in the chat for Ken.
Thank you, Ken.
Not only talent today, but also
Tools.
tools, maintenance,
Don't touch it.
mechanic guy.
Stop. Don't even look at it.
So if you've heard of the YouTuber Mark Rober, right? First of all, he's just incredible. Like, he's a really good storyteller, really good dude. He makes like great videos, and he only makes like 12 a year, give or take. But his last handful have been about like exposing scammers and exposing people in San Diego who like just break the window of a car and take whatever. So he made these like glitter bombs, and that's how he first did it. And the glitter bombs like blow up, make a bunch of noise, like throw glitter everywhere, and then like it shoots fart spray too.
Oh,
Mike,
you
that's
weren't even
about a
here
dude.
for this conversation. We
That
talked
stuff
about
smells bad.
Ken's fart spray incident last
I was
night.
hoping, and that's kind of what I was going to lead into. But he makes these glitter bombs, and he's on like version 5, and it sprays a lot of fart spray. And they
That's
react.
saying something.
Yeah.
If he's going to incorporate
They
that
throw up?
into it.
Well, not most of them, and it's really tough. He has like 4 phones recording, and they record like live to the cloud so that because they can destroy them. And it sprays that fart spray, and like from what I could see, they didn't freak out that hard. They'd be like, "Oh, it smells. Oh, what does that smell?" But no one was
Is
like,
that all
just,
it does? It just
No,
fart sprays them?
it makes like a loud siren noise, and there's like red and blue flashing lights, and then it does 2 glitter, like shoots glitter all over the room. And then so lately he's been exposing scammers, and then I'm watching this. He's just like, we've been working on this video for 1.5 years. He hired like another YouTube channel to go to India and film and set all this up. He had 10 guys infiltrate, basically get a job in these Indian call centers. They know where all the call centers are. 4 of them within a 5-mile span. They know what floor they're on. They hacked into the CCTV. Also, do we have CCTV in the US?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But yeah, they hacked into all the cameras so that they could watch them in the office, and then all this shit.
Holy shit.
he
This
put
is on YouTube?
Yeah, you
There
gotta,
had to be
watching
some
this
laws
after
broken.
this.
you gotta watch it. Yeah,
That sounds amazing.
it's just he's so good, and he's like, yeah, we've been working on this for a year now. I'm just so impressed by it. This guy gets a job there, brings in the glitter bomb, brings in this box that pushes cockroaches out of it, and brings in like
Oh my god.
just random stuff. And then when they get spooked, dude, like they shut the whole call center down, and they ended up shutting all the call centers down for a long time.
Really?
Which is really impressive because each call center apparently scams like $60K a day out of people.
Wow.
Which is like 18 million a year, which is just insane. And he plays some of the calls of the dudes scamming mostly elderly people. This one lady's like, yeah, I just retired, but I got breast cancer, and so my retirement's not going super well. And now this is really sucky that I owe $2,000 or whatever for the IRS, and then they're still just continue to scam her. They don't care.
Garbage people.
So anyway, they infiltrated, and like it's just impressive. And I love how he's just like, yeah, we just hacked their cameras. And I was like, it's not easy to do all that.
And everyone's just like, good.
And also the
Fuck
other
those
I
guys.
can't remember.
What he should have done was hire UFC fighters, and they should have infiltrated and kicked all of their asses.
beat everybody up.
Yeah.
That would have been interesting. And then I can't remember the other YouTube channel name that was in India doing the filming and setting up. But there's this big WhatsApp chat with all the scammers. Apparently there was like 55,000 members in it. It's just like this closed community, but it's huge. They in the message were like, I think like we're getting fucked with, and I think like we have a problem. And then it says like, yeah, it's confirmed. Like they're in India. They're in whatever the town was. And so if you see them, shoot them.
Oh,
Whoa.
Yeah, and I'm like, whoa. And so I was
then
like-
what?
I'm
So
watching
then
this
Mark's
right
like,
after this.
I just can't risk that. If you guys got to pull out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want you to get hurt, let alone literally shot in the street. And
Should've
so then
given them all
they're like,
guns.
we're going to stay locked down and finish this.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy.
So are they still
dedication,
going?
They're
bro.
still going?
No, they finished the video, got back home. Oh, and then went into that WhatsApp thing with 55,000 scammer members and sent this video. And they're like, yo, we like downloaded a shitload of your files and we sent them to the FBI.
No way.
fucked.
Yeah.
That's so sick.
Let's
And
go.
so it's so dope. And then there's a bunch of other channels that helped them out that are literally just channels that like expose scammers and not just like scammer prank calls. But now this other guy I was watching that was like legit. He knew everything. He knew their name. He could go into their phone, get their pictures.
Holy crap.
So it's really entertaining to watch that they can build an entire channel off of just like helping people.
Wow. Hacking. My grandparents got taken for like $8 grand. They called and apparently they say it sounded like me. And so I called and was like, Grandpa, I'm in jail. Like, you need to help me. You can't tell Mom, like, you need to help me out and get me out of jail. And like, my grandparents are literally the sweetest people on earth. They would give their shirt off their back if it would help me. So they went to Hornbachers. They gave them like these detailed directions. So my grandma has the notes of like what to do because she literally writes down notes about everything. You know, go to the nearest store and buy $600 in gift cards. You need to buy them in this amount, and then you need to go to another store and buy more. They went back because it was so far to all the stores. Fargo didn't have that many. They went back to Hornbachers, and someone at Hornbachers was like, these people should not be spending, you know, $1,000 on gift cards. And so they were like, what's this for? And then they wouldn't tell. And they were like, you're getting scammed. Like, this isn't real. Your grandson wouldn't do that.
Right.
I think it was, like almost 10 grand stolen. Might have been even more.
Oh, so they did
And it's just gone because it's straight out of your like checking account or whatever. It's not with the credit
They had
card.
to mail the gift cards, or how'd they get them?
No, they went back and then they like read off the numbers of the cards to them. And like this had to take a while. Like teaching my grandpa how to like call me, my cell phone number took a minute. So I can't imagine sending them to the store, doing this, bringing home all the gift cards. Like,
it's crazy.
Dude, you gotta be a serious piece of shit.
Yeah. And they're super mean. When they're on the phone, they're really mean. And then you can hear like the old people, because that's who they target. They're like, oh, well, I don't know how to do any of it. Just tell me what I need to do. You know, sort of they get desperate and then they get them all like scared and they like,
Wow.
yeah,
it's bad.
And like my grandparents called me and they were like, hey, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, hey, what's up? Like, whatever. And then they were like, oh shit. That's when they figured out.
So they knew
that
pretty
something
quick
was
after
up.
they.
Because once those people stopped and they said, call your grandson now on his real number. And I thankfully picked up and I was like, hey, what's up? And they were like, no.
God damn it. That
Oh my
sucks,
gosh, dude.
They were like obviously embarrassed, didn't want to tell my parents. And it was like this whole debacle.
How did it come out that they had gotten like 10 grand?
Well, then my parents were like, how much money did they did you send? And then they were like, you know, like pretty much everything we had.
And that honestly,
God damn it.
among all that is embarrassing.
Yeah,
Like,
no, they
to
were super embarrassed.
Admit that you, or just to be like, I got scammed. I feel like an idiot.
Why are they all in India? Maybe that's my question.
Cheap.
He didn't really explain that. He just said that's where, if you're getting scammed, it's going to be in India.
I feel like we have video footage of someone calling one of us and us fucking with them.
Oh yeah, it's so fun.
Where?
Yeah.
What video? It never made a video, but it was just, if we went into the hard drive, we could find it. What were we doing during that time? It'd be funny to play that right here.
We were like on a
can't
trip
remember.
We were
somewhere.
just fucking with them. We're like,
Were we in the RV or something?
Yeah,
ooh,
something
you're
Ken.
you sound sexy, and like you're just doing like weird shit.
He was trying to sell me TV, and then I was like,
Where were we going?
Yeah, why can't I not remember?
I don't know. But then I started saying some weird stuff to him, and he was like,
you made him feel.
Yeah.
You made him feel uncomfortable.
And
He
then
ended
he
up
hung
hanging
up.
up.
Yeah. The next time we got to start like making a
God dang.
compile
Dude,
these
I
together.
get like 100
I
calls
get
a week.
so many.
But yeah, yours
Maybe
are
not
like
100,
legit
but-
insurance people. Like, you know, they're like, hey, I heard you need insurance and whatever. Like, you can't fuck with
When
them.
you sign up for the
you need, like-
internet best quotes.
Yeah, you need like the automated one that is like, your car's extended warranty is expired. Press
I
1 to
get a-
talk to
I
a
get a lot.
representative. And then it comes on. Yeah, we need one.
The extended warranty has got to be the most played out scam.
Yeah, dude, you got to be real fucking
I think
dumb
after
to
the
be
memes
that,
came
That's
out,
insane.
to still be
dude.
pushing that scam.
or I feel like after all the memes came out of it, they like were like, all right, we got to think of something else.
Dude, I wonder what the percentage of people that they call to money that they get is. You know,
it's got to be so
it's
low.
got to be like
Gotta be cranking
call
calls.
1,000 call 1,000
Persistence.
people to get one.
Well,
maybe?
so then some of the call centers, they literally, first question they ask them, maybe their name, but first question, are you over 65? Oh, no, it's an automated thing. You press 1 if you're over 65. And if you press anything else, they just hang up.
Really?
That's their thing. They're
Yeah.
like, all right, if you're old, you're more likely to.
Yeah. And that's the
crazy.
cutoff, I guess.
Well, I mean, we have scams in the comments. There might even be scams on this video
We
right
do.
here, but it's a big thing now for our YouTube videos. Somebody will comment, and then a scammer will reply to that comment and be like, hey, you won the last giveaway. Respond to our WhatsApp and claim it. And then it's basically like Cboys 1 or Cboys 11 or something that kind of looks similar to like our profile.
yeah.
Dude, but still, to fall for that, but there's a ton of people that do.
The only logical thing that I saw that some kid said, he was like, I figured it was fake, but I just got so excited because
That's
you
what I
guys
heard
had told me I'd won a truck. Like, I
Yeah.
got so excited, nothing was making sense, and
Yeah.
so I just went for it.
Yeah.
Still, don't fall for it. The only way we'll ever contact you is a FaceTime.
Well, Ken kind of went in and he infiltrated the system and was messing with them for like a solid day's worth, right? 2 days worth. So Ken put in some time. Honestly, we should just pop up the messages right here. But the guy, the scammer, got Ken into like Telegram or something like that, right? Telegram to like communicate with him. And then what did he want from you?
I came up with a fake name and email address.
Fake name and email.
And then I just went on. I said something about Vegas and I'm banned from credit cards. And
Right. But he wanted to get you to pay for shipping for the truck, right?
it was like $300.
$300. So these scammers were saying like, all right, we're going to give you a truck. You want a truck. Congratulations. All you need to do is pay for shipping. And it's $300 or $500 or something like that. And
they're hoping to just cash out on
yeah,
as
so
many
then
as
so
they
then
can.
Ken was like, well, which C-boy am I talking to? And he goes, Ben.
and then
So-
it got personal. For
Yeah,
Ben.
so then I'm like,
Ben was mad.
tell him to send a selfie. So this guy goes in and he screenshots the picture that we took in front of the sign with You Betcha.
Really? So
It's
like
all
the
five
first-
of us. All 5 of us standing there with You Betcha and sends that. And then I was like, well, send something more personal so I know it's you.
holding a spoon.
What did he send then?
Picture you and CJ.
Picture of me and CJ then. Still off of my Instagram or something. And then,
Send a dick pic. I need to see this.
yeah.
Ben,
So-
send a picture of your balls. I heard you had 3.
Where do you think where do you think this scammer's working out of? Like, do you think he's
I don't know. That seems like kind of like a average Joe
Yeah.
Blow that figured out
Yeah,
the scamming system because YouTube, that's a massive thing. I mean, Marcus Brown, like one of the biggest tech YouTubers, even made a full-on video dedicated to that. So for him to have enough issues with it to address it to the masses and be like, yo, look,
Yeah, it's not happening.
this isn't happening. But he talks about like YouTube needs to do something about
They
it.
do. And also, another thing that a lot of people don't know, when you get an ad that says like CboysTV merch and it's embedded
Oh,
in
yeah.
YouTube, that is not our stuff.
Do people actually fall for that one?
I
though?
don't know. Maybe. I hope not. But don't buy it.
I always thought that was more of a, oh, look, I can get this sweatshirt for $40. And it's just not.
cheaper.
If it's not on our site, like it's not legit.
It's not authentic.
Yeah.
Somebody bought one of those and they got shipped like a SpongeBob.
Really?
Ken just said somebody did purchase one of the fake Cboys sweatshirts or whatever it said, and it was a SpongeBob shirt.
Wow.
Now that's what I call a scam.
Yeah, holy shit.
At that point, why would you even send him something?
Right.
Yeah, you could have just taken it.
What a piece of shit move, though. Like to scam people.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just stealing.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, you got some sick AirPods, and then I steal them because I didn't want to buy them. I don't want to make my own money.
It's messed up.
Why are you telling me that?
All right. Well, I think that's it for the podcast today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Peace.
Bye.